Yes.
And we are on. I'm Christopher Logan Hildt, and I'm the GI Joe gamer, and we're just being silly and having fun. We just made our 100th video, and we're going to hang out and have some fun. And if all my players for my Mad Game show up, it'll turn into a session 0 a little later. So, welcome to whoever's watching, and we're all just sitting here talking and having a good time. So, what do you guys think of that video we just made? I thought it was fun.
Me too.
Ayo, that was
Arbitrary.
All right. Welcome, Kate.
Hey, Kate.
Arbitrary.
So I told you I could have a full screen of people.
Yay!
It's worth every penny.
Join
I
the
struggle
party!
and strip
Join
and
the
save to pay.
party! Put your paws up! Put your paws up!
We
Put your
officially
paws
have
up.
more. We've officially broken our record on amount of screens.
This is true. And somebody decided, hey, that was enough for me. 7 is too much. But yes, we are live on YouTube. So welcome to those of you who are just tuning in. Like I said, this is a chill stream, and we're just chatting and talking. And
We're live on the internet.
we are short 2 players for the Mad Game, and if we get those, we will actually do the session 0. If not, we'll just make characters with whoever's here. Does that sound cool, guys?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
What? Share the joke. Come on, Katie.
Cool. My
Jay
computer's having
just
problems.
showed me-
I'm just gonna cut this off here for me.
Jay just showed me a sticker. He's looking at car stickers, and he just showed me a sticker that says, "Boobies make me smile."
Oh,
Boobies make me smile too.
so long as it's female, they make me smile too.
I'm not
Let
just
me,
saying car stickers.
Let me see if I can fix this here.
Dude, the word boobies makes me smile.
So in the Mad Game, I'm actually playing an AI that I like to call. So that's what I'm switching to. Greetings, Dave Collection. Yeah. Welcome to our chill stream. Who left? Was that Jake already?
Yeah, we lost Jake.
Well, hopefully he might come back. Either way, no biggie. He was hanging out with us through our whole 100th video. So, Lenharo Fantasy Adventures Enhanced Edition, Episode 7.
I was like, did he drop out on purpose?
He might have, because he's not coming back. So he said he would only stick around for a bit. So there we go.
That was the bit? Just 2 seconds? That was the bit?
Yeah, we got Dave Collection. Yeah, he's from over at Spine Ticks. That's where I met him. So happy Monday, y'all. Hope it went well. It did. It went very well. We had a good time, and now we're carted off.
Most people in the chat ever. That was actually pretty cool.
Are you referring to Jake there, Dave? I think he carted himself off the field. So, hey, Kate, welcome. I'm glad you're joining us, and Red Power. You guys can throw up your moniker from the game if you want. Like we got patches there for Katie and Dave for Jay. DJ, we can JJ that for days. And then Kate, we got her moniker online as the Sereni Rogers. Okay. Thank you a lot, Dave. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate all the support we get. And I like to throw that back around. That's why I've been enjoying going on Spine Ticks. That's a good show. I haven't. I think I checked out a couple of your videos, but I don't know if I made any comments. I've had so many things bombarded at me lately. I've been commenting and having a good time and saying hi to a lot of people. So if I haven't yet, I most likely will here in the future. And it's Rascal and Lucy. They've been hanging out with me quite a bit lately. Welcome to our chill stream. Like I said, we will be making characters a little later. Whether we're actually going to do our session 0 or not, that is yet to be determined. We still need a couple of the players from that game. Mako actually, he's barely getting off work, so he may be a little late if he's coming tonight. And back at you.
tonight?
What's that?
Isn't he the one that thought it was tonight?
Yep. He's the reason we're all here. Well, no, we were going to do our 100th video celebration anyway, our chill stream, but he's the reason I made sure you guys were all invited. I did invite everybody, but this is who showed up tonight, which is fun.
Apparently, some people don't get the message.
Yeah, some people see the notification and they're all, oh, it's Chris again. Oh, he's giving us another notification.
Probably, honestly.
I've been doing a lot of them lately on the Discord. So
Pete Kettle.
Nah, 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 nah.
Well, we do like our fun.
Okay.
I have checked out your cat channel, Rascal and Lucy. I love it. Is Rascal and Lucy your cats? Because that's what I'm guessing.
I'm sorry,
Ours is Luna. We have
Yeah,
a Luna.
And we got a Luna in our group too, but
Where is
she's up there hanging out with Jake right now.
Oh, I was gonna say she was like around my feet a while ago. She's not in here though.
Well,
I'm all by
as a
myself.
kitten, she's pretty wild, man. We're gonna have a hard time with it. Yes, yes,
I'm all-
Rascal and Lucy are your cats. You're cool with us just calling you Rascal and Lucy?
I'm all by myself, and everyone's watching. Oh,
And Dave Collect, yeah, says I started as comic book content, now Pokemon cards lately. Well, you got some Pokemon fans on this panel, I gotta tell you.
Pokemon.
Hey, Spine Tick's in the house.
Dude,
I like RCA.
I don't know who Leonard Harrow is because I've never met the man, but Leonard Harrow's my world, man. It's my jam.
we
Where
go
can you mail him a letter?
walks.
You can send it to at From the Hildt, but I don't know where it's going to go. On YouTube, actually, if you send it at Christopher Hill 102, I might get it. But you got my email address, man.
Okay, yeah. So,
Well, hello, Renee Toe. Did I say that right? Because I'm thinking.
yeah, just for everybody's reference here, who does not know, Chris has a tendency to make electronics do things they are not designed to do, and we don't know how he does it.
I don't know either.
I am deeply concerned for this thing I just heard.
The card bros may or may not think you got fleas from working outside. Have to shave your beard. No, it stays. It stays.
I like it.
And accused of being rascal on more than one occasion. Well, I hope I got your name, Renee. Yep, everybody's saying hi and laughing a little bit, just a little. He's just plopped right on off there.
Everybody is hi.
You're doing a random thing.
I'm just a teenager.
Vogs asked why I told him that. So hey, I wish I had a tribe to bring over to your show. Maybe some of you guys will join me on Spine Ticks next week on Saturday in the evenings. He starts at 9 my time, I'm pretty sure, but it's a later show, but it's a lot of fun. So I know that you guys, Katie, probably won't be able to. They're on the East Coast, so.
Yeah, well,
midnight.
I do stay up late a lot, but
I mean, I do too, but that's just because I'm a
that's Saturdays are my Fridays at work, and I work 12-hour shifts, so I usually conk out real good on
Those were the days, man, working 12 to 16-hour shifts. I don't miss that part of working. I miss working, actually.
But you know what? I get 4 days off every other week, so I love it.
That's cool.
Yes.
Me and Dave will definitely shout you out. The content may be a bit wild, but fun with beverages. But hey, we like wild around here.
Wild.
We are not structured.
11 p.m. East Coast. See, I thought it was pretty late. Hey, Red Power's running away, but we'll get it back here when we make characters, I'm sure.
I'm surprised he came in, though. He's actually pretty sick. I had to give him some medicine.
I know.
His fever went up.
Full disclosure, that's our youngest, but our youngest is a whopping 16-year-old, 200-pound boy.
This is my oldest,
But
And,
yeah, he's
there's
definitely got
the
a
I'm trying to send it to you
ha!
next week. So I'm
smoking
not getting 60.
dobies, huh? All right.
Jankies, or is it Zoinks? Oh, Zoinks.
Zoinks.
Well, we've got a lively chat. Welcome to our celebration stream. We're glad to have everybody.
Welcome to the chaos.
We're just hanging out and having a good time. There's no real topic other than we're just happy we made 100 videos, and
be there.
I had originally planned on only staying on a few minutes, but it looks like we might be out here for a little while.
Why not?
Why not? We can stay on as long as we want. Okay, as Bear the Gen X GM says, let me see if I can actually bring up what he actually says. So Jake was actually wanting me to play this. So if I can find this video on my computer,
play a video. We're gonna play a video.
I
like playing videos. I actually don't watch much, so for you guys, I am not I don't watch TV much anymore or anything else for that matter.
I just have to see where I put the thing. I hide things on my computer for myself, and sometimes I find them.
Yeah, I'm more of a reader. I read things mostly.
It's all switching videos.
There it is. I found it. Here we go. Bear the Gen X GM is another forever gamer. That's what he calls himself, is the forever GM. He's got a pretty good show on YouTube. I like to watch him live a lot, and I actually play in one of his games every other Friday. This Friday coming up, hopefully.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
And that's what he says. I love it.
It didn't say anything.
It didn't say anything. Are you sure?
I'll
play it again.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Oh,
yeah.
By the time he says it, okay. So I don't know how it works on your guys's, but when he comes up, I'm supposed to tap for sound, and so by the time he stops it and I'm tapping for sound, I didn't hear nothing. So what does he say? I didn't even hear him.
All right. Well, I'll play it one more time, but I'm gonna give
wait.
I'll give our friends in the chat a little. What's that?
Yeah. Pause it for a second because I got to push a button to allow it to be a volume because, like I said, I don't even.
All right.
You can do whatever the.
Yeah, still didn't catch it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Whatever the fuck you want.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember when you told me about that. You just keep repeating it over and over.
Yeah, that's actually I simulcasted with it, and that was actually.
And it's going to be like that over and over.
That was actually how my version of the simul stream started. Was with him saying, "You can do whatever the fuck you want." So I made a clip out of it, and I sent it to him, and he's like, "I don't remember that." He's like, "I'm not going to remember that."
That's okay. We have video evidence. We can go to the tape, Jim.
Yeah, I'm outing my friends, but Bear's a great guy. I really like him. He can be really mean to people who try to push him around, but
gee, I wonder why he's called Bear.
He's a bear.
That's funny. We used to call Warren a bear.
He could be a big teddy bear.
No, he's the grumpy kind of bear.
Spine Tick says that clip is similar to Spine Tick's content. Yeah, that's why I thought you guys would like it. But yes, I'll shout out all my friends on this show. We got Spine Ticks. We got.
Oh, they want to know what we're using for our lives. We're the stream.
Oh, well, this is StreamYards. I use StreamYards, but I pay for it.
StreamYards.
I pay for it so I don't have to have the logo up in the corner, or is it that? It's that way. There we go.
Yeah. StreamYards is really, really cool. We actually set up our chat before we go live.
Yeah, we usually do one F-bomb per show, but it wasn't me, so we could just keep playing it.
Yeah. So what's really cool about this is after the stream, we allow chat. We continue chatting sometimes. So I really like the StreamYards.
So that's kind of what we're doing. Is we're doing the after video chat, but we're just playing it live.
Yeah.
We're sharing it with everybody, and then if we
honestly, I feel like it's
if we get around to it, we'll make some characters.
Yeah, you haven't been doing this for very long, but all you have 100 videos now, and that's like crazy if you think about it.
Yeah, I've only been doing this for 6 months, but I've enjoyed it so much. It's so easy for me to make a video. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gotten me involved too,
Um,
guys. He
it-
makes me do the little videos of his GI Joes. Just so
Rascal
you know.
Lucy asked, does it cost anything to use StreamYards? And it doesn't, unless you want to have a lot more features. You can use their basic package for no charge, but I went to the next level, and I can have more than 6 people on my screen, and there's just a bit more you can do with it. And for me, it costs $25 a month. So, okay, there you go, StreamYards. That's your commercial, but I ain't getting paid for it. I do like StreamYards a lot, though.
Guys. We just like your service.
We do like the service. I haven't. I'm not really big on that, making videos on there yet, and then I'm downloading them to my computer. But I do love their live streaming ability and all the things that you can do with it. Like I can show off artwork and everything. Yes, you can have a free watermark version. You allow 6 on it. Yes, you can have six guests at a time. And if you go up to the next package, you can have more. And I'm not sure exactly when you go on to the bigger ones. I haven't really looked at that because $25 is actually out of my budget, but I thought it was worth it for this show. This my channel, and it has been.
I think it's fun too, though.
Spine Takes. She might go that route. Renee, that's cool. I thought about OBS. OBS is okay, and I started with that. I just had issues with it internet-wise, and sometimes it would cut me out, and it was weird. But I haven't had that problem with StreamYards at all. Spine Takes says he pays for 10 slots and all the features. I think I can have 10 slots because I'm just on the middle tier, the first tier up, and I know they have more than one. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's kind of cool because then you could pay for what your needs are. We haven't needed anything more than that.
This is what I really like about it is if I'm running a game, I can put up the map of the city like this, and my players can get a really good look at it. Better than if I'm sharing my screen, which is, you can do that in OBS. You can share your screen, but you can't do stuff like this. Okay, there's the end. And I know these are my cheap little primitive maps, and I want to make it nicer ones for the book. But
you can give me one of those maps before.
You can do that in OBS, yeah, but you have to figure out how to do it. With StreamYard, it's really user friendly, and OBS isn't as user friendly, but OBS is a free service. That is the cool thing about the software. You can just download it. It's kind of cool.
Hey, Chris, I've told you this before, but you can give me those pictures that you hand draw, and I can redigitize them for you.
I would love that because we need that for the Havens Run maps. Because
you have to give them to me.
Okay, yes, and guys, I know you guys want me to work on the military action game this week, but I need to really, really finish my Heroes of Havens Run campaign book because I'm supposed to be publishing it next month, and I don't have 5 maps done. So I need to finish the maps. I need to get Tiger to fix them up, and then I need to make an index. And that book is done. I've done all the writing. I've had that done for over a month now. So I was like, "Yay, I'm good. I'm gonna have a whole month because we took Fridays from the Hillt off this month on our Friday shows, doing our live Friday shows. And I was like, man, I'm gonna have all this time. And then we got into Mag, and it's like that's all I want to do now is the Mag game.
I get you on that one.
You okay, Katie?
I figured out layers, Chris, so I can do the layering with the maps now. So
okay, cool.
So I just need them. So I'll take a picture of them and then layer over them.
The other thing we can do, I love the ability to just go, well, here's our Mag game cover that Katie Robbins did for us.
I like that. That's actually really cool, Chris.
I applaud to you, Mother.
Yeah, that is really nice. I do like that. That's a nice cover there. I like that.
And Katie Robbins is an author. You can find her on Amazon, and she has lots of neat books. And plus, she does books for us. Revamped our light edition for our Lenharo game, and they look super nice. We're waiting on the creature guide, but the rest guide and the player's guide are already out for that. Now, the difference between the enhanced and the light edition is that the enhanced edition has professions and more skills and more stuff, and It's just a bigger game.
More stuff.
The Light Edition is just the basic
More
rules of the
options.
game. Really, it's kind of cool that we have both of those, but it's the same game, and you can take a character from the Light Edition and just start playing Enhanced Edition, no problem. No conversion at all, except for making a new, taking your stuff on one character sheet and putting it on a different one.
Well,
You don't even have
because
to
the new
do
character
that.
sheet has more skills on it.
So, this is some of the stuff we've done on our show. Like, we put stuff like this up. Like Dougie.
I like how when we do our reviews on movies, you have little clips that we can go through.
Yep, those are all our tribute videos, with the exception of like, I did a Remembers. My younger brother passed away in March, and so I did a tribute video to him. But I just said Remembers. If it's a tribute video, it's something we do on Fridays from the Hildt, or something. Well, we have been doing the Operation Dungeon Siege on there too. So I put out an Operation Dungeon Siege. It's in there with them too, but it's not called a tribute video. When we do a tribute video, that's what we use on Fridays from the Hildt, and it comes out. It's really cool because I set it to premiere at a time. I schedule it instead of just putting it on, and YouTube will tell me if there's any copyright problems. It's before I even use it, so it's kind of nice. This one is, "Come out, you filthy dragon!" And he says, "Go away, I'm trying to sleep." And he says, "Oh, is that you, Dougie?" He says, "In the scales." He says, "Oh, sorry." He says, "No problem." He breathes fire on him. He says, "I'll come back after breakfast." And he says, "You are breakfast." That was my Dougie the Dragon. I used to do a bunch of them. I have some in color that I've actually put on the computer and finished. But I did these when I was a lot younger, in my teens and my 20s.
Just so you guys know, his drawings look not much different.
Oh, come on. I'm better. I'm not that much better, but I'm not really an artist.
No, it's cute. It's cute. I like it.
And then in our Carnage game, we have some people who do nice little artwork like this. This is Kelly's character, Katie Robbins' character, and then Jay's character. We're gonna pick on Jay for a second.
You guys are gonna make me draw my character, aren't you?
Oh, that's Pattern. You're right. I'm sorry. This is Jay's character.
Yes, I'm a unisite. How can
Yes,
you forget
you're a
that?
unicorn woman. Yes, I know. It's awesome.
Yes, I am playing the strange and wonderful
I
human.
haven't done one yet. So.
Then there's Eli's character. That's Lucas's character, Eli. I should say better.
I actually drew that for someone.
That actually makes we got some comments that I've been ignoring, you guys. I'm sorry, guys, in the comments.
Yeah, shame on you. I've been watching them.
Okay, I gotta go back. You've been watching them.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Put the unicorn chick was cool on there.
Okay. Yes, it was. We got talking, and then I forgot chat. Okay, let's see. Let's go back in the chat here, and Nevada Jack joined us. Greetings, Nevada Jack, if you're still with us.
Yes, they are.
They're here.
People are saying hi to Jack.
And Kenny Swag, welcome.
Even Kate said hi to Jack. I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yes, just so you guys know, the Linharo system does have mystical creatures, characters that you can play. Right?
He said hi back.
Yeah.
If Nevada Jack's a guy, because who knows anymore. But welcome either way. We like everybody on this show. Well, except for maybe the trolls.
Nobody likes trolls.
Have you ever watched The Guild? I used to watch The Guild all the time. Love them.
Nevada Jack says OBS rocks. So many things can be done with it. This is true. StreamYard is just, to me, it's more user friendly, and it really works with YouTube a lot better.
I feel like it's clearer, and I didn't have issues when we did the OBS. My system, my tablet couldn't deal with it. It couldn't deal with it. Thanks,
Spine Ticks. My brother's name was Jared, but he went by Red, which is kind of why probably my youngest boy goes by Red too. My mom called him Jerry. It was kind of weird, but his author name was Red Selenius, and I did a From the Hildt Remembers Red Selenius. That's for my brother.
Yeah, we just lost one of our We also just lost one of our gamer buddies, and
Yes.
we have a tribute video for him.
Yes, he was actually on the third episode of Fridays from the Hillt.
We had him on our show.
He was driving and he kept cutting in and out, so it's kind of weird. But I did talk to him a few times after that, and it was just really sudden. He got an asthma attack, and then a heart attack, and then he was pretty much gone after that.
Yeah, he went
Victor, welcome. Victor, I've made pretty good friends with Victor. He's a good guy. I've seen him on a bunch of other live streams, and he's joined our Discord. So he's one of our guild members from Lenaro Adventures Guild. So definitely welcome to the show, man. We're just having fun here tonight, and maybe, like I said, maybe make some characters. I hope so. Uncanny swag from the pants.
Thank you guys on your condolences. I really appreciate that.
Rascal and Lucy say hi, Victor, and I'm sure
it
you
did
caught
hit
it long before I did.
Yeah, it did hurt me pretty hard, guys. Thank
Vanna
you.
Jack says Unicorn Chick was cool. We're just catching up with the chat because I was.
You're catching up. I'm on the bottom.
Should start at the bottom, but we got to go back.
No. I said you're catching up.
Yes, I'm catching up.
Watching the whole time.
Have we ever watched The Guild? You guys remind me of them. No, I haven't. I've thought about watching it, and I've seen. I think I've seen a few of the clips, but I never have checked it out. That is one I wouldn't mind checking out. Thanks for the recommendation, Renee.
The Guild was great.
Jack is from the Spine Ticks crowd. I'm not surprised. Thanks for hanging out with us, Nevada Jack. And I appreciate that, Victor. We've had a rough year, but we know that both my brother Jared and my other brother Jason, we don't have the same parents at all, but he's my brother. Both of them would want us to have a good time and just enjoy life. So that's what we're trying to do. Nevada Jack says StreamYard does have clear video out of the box. There are tweaks that can be done with OBS to make the camera more focused. Yeah, I'm just not tech savvy, Nevada Jack.
As I said before, Chris makes electronics do things they were never designed to do.
What's going on over there, Katie?
Show me his screen, and I'm like, how did you even get it to do that?
I had to do.
Whose icon now?
Katie's. We're going to be looking at those pictures when we do the mag game character creation a little later.
So the main problem with OBS is even just setting up something like this, or even what's the other one that we were talking about?
You don't have bananas.
StreamYards? Wait.
Yeah, that's what I use as StreamYard.
The OBS one, or there's another one as well. Anyways, it's so hard to get all of each one of everyone's cameras all set up and everything. But with StreamYard, each person just logs in individually and just jumps in, and here we are. It's
right,
so nice.
Exactly.
Right, they use the computer.
You don't have to
whatever
go ahead.
Device you're using.
The other reason I use StreamYard is because a lot of the other YouTubers use it, and it's easy to jump onto their live stream if they invite you on. If they use StreamYards too.
The two clearest cameras we have in the house is Chris's on the computer that he's using, and then mine on my iPad.
Yeah, my brother Jared was a lot more tech savvy than I am, and he bought this camera, and the mic is better than the really nice microphone I bought him. It's kind of sad, but he actually...
I'm pretty sure it's because you can't figure it out, darling.
That may be, but he didn't use it either, so there must have been some deal.
Well, maybe it wasn't compatible somehow.
That's a possibility. Okay. I think we got all the willies out.
No, we have more. We have plenty more willies where that came from.
Well, willy-nilly them out. Come on.
No, I only let them sneak out once in a while.
Only once in a while.
Yeah, when I get too much sugar or caffeine.
What?
Yeah, only when I get too much sugar or caffeine, that's when the willies come out. Okay, so no, you can't have them all. They're mine. I collect.
Oh my goodness!
If I get overly tired, I start doing stupid shit. So.
Y'all, we can do that.
You do not want to see me when I'm on a caffeine high. I cannot have concentrated amounts of caffeine ever. I go like I'm bouncing off the walls. Like I'm like a
I've
kid
seen it.
that had too much
So it's literally
candy.
the definition of ADHD.
Dude.
At his bad day times 10.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, dude. Kelly's seen it once. What is it? I can't remember her name, but she gave me those caffeine pills. I was lucky though, because I was actually playing a character that was a little kid, so everyone thought I was really, really into my character. But I was actually suffering a caffeine high at that moment, and I was acting like I was a child. I swear. I cannot have too much sugar or too much caffeine. It just, woo!
Rascal Lucy said caffeine and nicotine are my staple diet. And I didn't get a chance to read Nevada Jack's, but he said we're looking good. And she drinks coffee. Renee says she drinks coffee all day long. I'll get the name in my memory. Yeah, well, that was me. Sorry, I didn't need it. You bought an M2 MacBook Air, 15-inch, and you love it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I do like the MacBooks. Those are
My first real computer was a Mac Plus. It had the monitor and the disk drive and the hard drive all in one system. I love that thing.
Yeah, you know what my favorite part about a MacBook is? When you get a new MacBook, your new MacBook says, "Hey, I see your old MacBook. Do you want me to transfer all your stuff off from your new MacBook onto your old MacBook onto your new MacBook?" And you're like, "Oh, yeah, do that." And you don't have to do anything. The computers talk to each other, and you get all your old information off your old computer, and it goes right onto your new computer, and then boom, you're done. Whereas any other one, you have to go, okay, I want this on there, I want this on there. That can go away. That can go away. You know, some of those.
I agree with that. I agree with that, Renee. I'm getting it. Old bartender's trick. That's something you need to learn there, Tiger, since you're playing a bartender in our game.
I love.
Here's the trick.
I don't tend the bar.
She says if you say a person's name 3 times, Beetlejuice, 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 that starts to stick with you.
Oh. So yeah. No. See, I don't actually play the bartender. I don't tend the bar. My character's too lazy for that, guys. I'm the host. I stand in the tavern and tell stories. Everybody else does the work. I don't do any work. I just do them. I have money, and I pay people to do it, but I don't do it myself.
Hey, it looks like Red Power's back. All right.
Super lazy.
I just saw
no work.
Luna walk off of the shed of her neighbor and then jump down. I think she's in the basement right now.
Luna? Oh, she's not.
She just jumped off of the shed over here that I can see from my window.
Hey, you gonna join us, buddy? That's
would not surprise me.
Studios. That's
Luna
our Mako. That's one of our players.
Yeah.
Luna can jump really high, and it's actually really funny because we have a video of her when she was barely born, a baby kitten, and she was trying to jump into the window, and she missed. She did not make it. And it wasn't that big of a gap. It was only like maybe this big of a gap. She missed. And now she can jump from the floor to the top of the cabinets or whatever. And it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Especially since she's not even a year old yet.
Over there.
And she's a Mauser. We have.
Right, I was messaging Mechhead Studios.
Yeah, we have
He's
a
probably
lovely
gonna join
collection of grasshoppers in our house, and I know Chris has mentioned some of them on her stream because people point them out to him. She brings them to us, dead or alive. It was fun when she brought us a live mouse.
I was wondering why, and I went out in the backyard, and we literally have hundreds of grasshoppers. You like move towards the grass, and the grass moves. I'm like, okay, I got to do something about that. And the cat's just over there loving it. Just, I got grasshoppers. She can't miss.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it was not fun when she brought in the mouse. Everybody freaked out, and the one who ended up having to get the mouse was me. Nobody else wanted to mess with it. And I was going to pick it up with like a wipey or something because she had it half dead anyway. But Chris made me use his little claw thingy. He's like, don't touch it. I'm like, why? It's a mouse. Anyway, so that was fun. But we took the mouse and Luna outside to show her that we don't want mice in the house. We're okay with the grasshoppers because she eventually eats them or they die, but we don't want the mice in the house at all.
Yeah, no mice in the house.
I was just sending him the link. Well, we are having fun here, just sitting here chatting and talking about stuff, but soon we're going to be having some more fun. The only one we're missing is Mar Hockman as our sixth player, but if they don't show up, we'll still make characters.
Why don't
direct
you,
message
since
later.
we're talking about that, describe exactly what kind of an idea you were going with on your mag characters.
Well, I basically took Linharo, and we have races, but that wouldn't work in a military genre. Spies, aliens, robots is kind of what I'm going for with that game. Yeah, the cats have a tendency to fix that, Renee. But so I took races, and I decided to turn that into what I'm calling factions. And the races I kind of put in there, like the aliens, I call deviants. Yeah.
No, what? Tell them what your core
with a dragonfly, actually.
Okay, G.I. Joe gamer, tell them what your core idea was.
Well, MOS is the instead of lifestyle, you got your military occupational specialty.
No, G.I. Joe, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh well, yeah, of course. It's basically a G.I. Joe game, but we can't call it that, unless Hasbro.
No, you can't call it that, but you could tell people, hey, we're basing this off G.I. Joe.
Hey, well, there's Mar Hockman. There's how you doing, sir?
We're putting some ridiculous things into it too.
Oh, yeah. You didn't post anything saying when you were started, and I wasn't.
Well, I did, but you must have missed it. It's okay.
Well,
we put it in a different spot.
Well, what I saw was something like we're planning on starting somewhere around this evening, and didn't see anything after that.
No, that's cool. No,
he switched the StreamYards into.
Yeah, I put it in the. Well, he found it obviously.
Well, yeah. No, don't do that one. You can't do the Cobra Law one. No, what? No, that was annoying. That was just as bad as the Bang Bang guy. No, we don't like that.
No, we'll go back to this, but then immediately we'll go back to. Thanks, Victor. That was great. Inspiring.
They had to say that every other word. Cobra la 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 la. You're like, what? Who thought of that?
You can't talk G.I. Joe. I'm Cold Slither.
Okay, I like Cold Slither.
You'll be joining us soon.
And honest, I wish they did more Cold Slither stuff.
I did too. I wish they would add more songs.
I wish they would have done more Cold Slither stuff because I really like that.
And when Meckhead Studios shows up, he's a real big Dreadnought fan, so he's probably going to say the same thing.
I do like the Dreadnoughts. Who doesn't, though? Those guys.
So let's give Mar Hockman a minute here to say hello. How you doing, bud?
Okay.
He's a man of many words.
I've been busy trying to rebuild a floor that's older than I am. So, yeah, that's been a fun 2 weeks.
Let's invite him over to our place.
I've been having a fun 2 weeks too, but I've been making characters and I blame Katie and Meckhead Studios, man. They've just been jamming me on the Discord with role play and all sorts of fun stuff. But Mako, that's Meckhead Studios' character. I know so many Jasons, it's easier for me to call him Meckhead Studios if my hand will get on straight, but it's not, so I'm going to ignore it. No Cold Slither. 3 teeth in on the eagle. What was it? Was it the hair? I'm sorry. The Cold Slither was hilarious to me too. I did, but he says no.
Dude, it was a catchy tune.
We'll see what he says about when he gets here. He said he just got off work and he's taking some time to fix things up. But I just love this. No, Cold Slither for me. Nice. Oh yeah, all right.
Oh, God, we'll bring out the soundboards again. Noise.
Yeah, I feel left behind on that technology. We were trying to play a card game called Billboard last night, and once we got to the fourth hand, I had 3 people: my wife, both my boys,
Dude,
sitting around the table just hitting all these different sound effects. Nice.
dude, it started with Warren, and then so Max decided he was going to use his soundboard, and they soundboarded each other, and I was feeling left out. I'm like, that's it. I'm downloading a soundboard and making my own. And so I started playing with the sound effects too.
Oh
I
my
hate
goodness.
soundboards.
I'm not a fan either.
I have never seen someone actually use them productively.
Oh no, that's not productive. It's not.
There's nothing productive about it. No,
No, nothing productive.
A band of vipers sing our tune. Yes, sir, Victor.
Yep.
boy. So, yeah, Victor, I ran into him. I can't remember whether it was Old Geek or Bear or I saw him on so many different channels. I'm like, dude, are you on Discord? And I had to friend him up because he's a cool guy, and we would chat back and forth in the chats. And it's nice to see you here tonight, sir. Okay, so what do we got here? We almost got a full house.
No, you need 2 more, right?
No, we need a Mako. That's it.
Oh, you're waiting for Mako.
We're waiting for Mechhead Studios to make characters. So,
to make characters. I'm not making one of those characters.
well, hey, you
Hey,
hang out
by
with
the
it.
way, I want to ask you about the Ben Canton game. I know you're not planning that for 6 months, but are we making characters on the stream, or can I make my character ahead of time?
Thought so, sir. Thank you. Now, what was the question? I was distracted by the chat.
Clearly, you are not listening to me again.
Nice.
Yeah,
He
no,
says he
I'm
needs
gonna
the
noise
StreamYard
you.
link. So go ahead and ask me the question while I give him the StreamYards link. I'm just
I
going
was
to send it
asking
to him
about
direct.
I was asking about your Ben Canton game. I know it's not for 6 months, but I was wondering if are we going to do a session 0, or do I have to wait for that to do my character? Or can I make my character ahead of time?
We like to do session 0 where we roll the ability scores. So you can do pretty much everything but roll your ability scores and resist.
No, see, what I'm saying is that I can have my character already made and help other people make their characters, is what I'm saying. Plus, I have a lot of extra stuff I want to talk to you about with it. That's why I'm asking. Because I'm making my own spells.
It's always nice talking to you.
I have them right here. I'm making my own spells for my character.
Well, you have started already. Look, man, it's 6 months away. I'm already doing Meg. No, you can make your character. I'm just messing with you.
That's what I'm saying. I'll help other people make their characters. I know it's in 6 months, but just like you have your mag game in your head, I have this character in my head. It's got to come out, or it's going to drive me crazy.
I get it. Hey, Red Power Ranger fan 27. That was pretty much just noise at this point.
Yeah, stop the noise.
So who also?
Just stop it.
Oh, you guys remind me. Who also has signed up for the Ben Canton game? I think Katie has, and Jay. I'm not sure about Jay.
No, I did not sign up for it.
Will we be done with the current campaign by then?
I got a list, so let me.
No, he wants to run 4 games at a time.
No, I'm not running 4 games at a time. I'm running 2 games a week. Every other week.
2 games every other week. You're doing 2 games
every other week.
You already told me this. Don't even tell me otherwise.
But it's every other week.
Yes, that's 4 games at a time. Even though it's every other week, you're still playing. You want to?
Let me see. Talking Linharo games on the Discord. Players for Ben Canton.
I got an opposite here to point at you.
I didn't pin that one.
I'm gonna poke your square. Poke your square right there.
You can't reach it.
Oh, you can't reach it. Here, wait. Here.
I need one more player in that game.
I'll give it to Dad.
I have Tiger, Luna Songbird, which is Dawn. She was on here earlier. We have Sarah, who is going by Sasha, and then
hard to
Jay.
figure out where this is.
So we need one more player in that game. But I'm leaving a spot open for a new player. So I have 2 right now. But if you don't want to be in 4 games, Kelly, I understand.
I told you it was 4 though. I told you it was 4.
I'm not doing Ben Canton.
Okay, I don't blame you. You're doing Mag and you're doing Carnage. I don't blame you for not wanting to do another one.
Yeah. So if you had me on the list, no, I would.
No, I didn't actually. I went and looked.
Ben Canton. It doesn't start for 6 months.
Yeah, it's going to be in the spring. Sarah's actually going to be in that one. That's why I thought maybe you would have jumped in on that one. But we'll see.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm in 2 games, and that's good for me.
And then we get talking and we lose people. I think we lost Nate. I think we lost Mar Hoffman and Red Power.
Yeah, so no, I'm in 2 of your games, and I am at the home game, of course, because we have people show up in our house. It would be weird. It would be weird to have people show up in our house and not join them.
Yeah, this is true.
So I'll do it by myself.
Jay said he'll do Ben Canton.
Yeah,
cool.
And he'll be all by himself.
Well, just Linharo, talking Linharo on the lag server, Linharo Adventures Guild. It's just put it in there that you want to join it, and I'll put you on the list. You're in the list.
I will
definitely saving a spot for a new player. So
I will see you in the list.
I want to share with new people. Linharo's a great game, and I want to share it.
Yes, it's my favorite in all the world.
Well, this is why I'm happy Mark Hockman and Mechhead Studios have joined our Mad game.
Well, see, that was the other thing, is I wanted you to share it with other people too. That's why. And I'm not really much on the military action type stuff. I like more of the fantasy. I mean, we have played some military games, and I know I remember we played. I can't remember what we called it. It was almost like Superheroes. Mace. Thank you. We did play Mace, but I had some issues with that. They were my own personal headspace issues. So I try to steer clear of the whole military aspect because it feels a little too personal, I guess, to me. So.
Well, yeah, because in that game, I had the players be themselves to start out, and you had problems with that. But I worked with you and then let you play your own different character.
Well, yeah, because I personally wouldn't want to kill anybody, and I had
killing anybody
issues with that.
What was that, Mark Hockman? Was you trying to say something?
Well, for me, it is kind of sort of personal for me, but that's partly because I'm a disabled veteran, so
Well, I get that, and then we're adding Mako. How you doing tonight? If he's not on there just yet, so I'll wait.
He's circling. He's circling. He's
now we have a full Mag crew. All right.
Woo-hoo.
Hey, Jason, how you doing?
Woo.
We're just gonna call you Mako. Is that cool?
Yeah, that works for me. How's everybody doing?
We're doing all right. Looks like we got a full Mag house tonight. So when we're done talking here, we'll start making some characters and do our session 0 then, I guess. If you guys are up for it tonight.
I will try. I'm having some severe lag.
I'm still trying to read this document you sent me because having 4 vertical columns on each page just makes my brain hurt. Especially when you scroll to the bottom of the page reading a single paragraph, then have to scroll back to the top of the page.
I get what you mean on that.
Yeah, you could just select all and just it'll be longer, but then you should be able to switch it to 1 column. That might work. Yeah. There you go.
That sounds like a pain.
That's why I'm here tonight.
I'm seriously considering just like retemplating the whole thing in Notepad. Oh well.
Well, that's fine. Hey, whatever's comfortable for you, dude. You're the one who's going to be making the characters, so. We're going to go over it tonight, so I'll actually.
So, are you guys going over to the Mag stuff now, Chris?
If you're done, I mean.
No, that's fine. I'll bounce out. You'll get more space on the thing, and then you guys can make you guys as Mag characters and stuff like that. Okay.
Well, it looks like Jason's having a hard time getting in here, so.
Yeah.
That might actually help.
And maybe that'll help. I don't know, but I'm in the next room, so if you need anything, let me know. Okay, sweetie.
Okay, thanks.
Good night, guys.
We'll see you in a bit.
Have fun.
Good night.
I've already got it here. Okay, let's see if I can. Well, I hope he can get back in here, but no, that is not what I want. There he goes. Okay, yeah, we had the tiger jump out while you were out for a bit, but she's not one of the players, so it's all good. Let me see if I can actually bring the mag book up here so that we can all look at it together.
Yeah, I changed mine to a PDF. Made it so much easier.
Hey, however you guys want to work it, that's why I sent it to you in this format so you can actually play with it. So I'll get it over here, and then I'll come back.
I mean, to be honest, having it broken up into vertical columns when you have a different section in each vertical column is pretty good. The part that annoyed me is when it's a single block of text being broken up into multiple columns.
Yeah.
I have it set up that way, so when you print it up into a book, it looks really nice as a book. But reading it on a computer, it's not as fun. I don't like PDF myself for that reason, because you have to scroll through it. And for me, it's so much easier just to grab a book. Oh, hey, there's no load time either. Look, I'm already on page 152. You know, I'm so used to books, and I love the feel of a book in my hand. So.
And once Chris gets done writing it up, he can send it to me, and I'll put it in a PD, an EPUB format.
Whatever works. I mean, you know, I do want to put it together, and Mechhead Studios has given us a bunch of artwork. You know, talk to him about it. That's his work. So, like I said, I'm going to go over some of the characters here before we really get started. Let's see. Katie Robbins did this one. So, Katie, that would be our patches. Okay. This is going to be our icon right now. If anybody wants to give me a better one, you can try, but I doubt you will by the 26th.
Yeah, that one looks pretty awesome.
And then we've got this is some of Mako's work. This is our Sergeant Stone, our Echo leader. Echo 1-1. The team is Echo 1, and then each one has a little call sign of 1. Now you guys can do that as Echo 11 or Echo 12 if you want to, but it's to me it's less confusing to say Echo 1-1. But whatever works for you guys. This is Blast Pup, and then we've got Echo 1-2 as Day. Blast Pup was actually Kate's work, but the rest of these are all Mako.
Nope, that's me.
No, that's not mine.
It's his work. I mean, this Mako's work. This is
this one's not mine.
No, that one's mine. I did that one.
Oh, did you really? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
we like to do credit where credit's due. That's not mine. That ain't mine. See, like I said, he's quick to say when it's not his. So, but this one is. I have to say I like it. But yeah, that last one was James' character Day. And then we got Mako.
At all.
Day.
Now, Mark Hockman, if you want to render something for your character, you've already got a really good idea for your character.
Well, that picture I did, I could simply give you a higher resolution version of that, because I had to shrink it way down to make it fit on that little card thing.
Make sure you can share it with us on the Discord, and then I'll put it up there so that everybody can see it before we get started with session 1 on I'm pretty sure the 9th of October is when I had that. Let me look at my schedule real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And we're losing viewers right and left because they're done with it. But I don't blame you. Yeah, it's October 9th. We're gonna turn that into session 1, but I'll have the adventure written by then. Now, one of the cool things about Mako's work here is he sent me a bunch of things, and I picked this group out. You guys are going to be introduced to Echo 2 in session 1. That's the other squad that's on Echo Squad, Echo Fire Team Echo, and this is the team I wanted to use for that. It looks really cool. But the guy on the right over here, that's actually your quartermaster. He's actually Echo 3-3, which your team 3 is kind of like the people who work in the keep. the base that you guys, the post that you guys are at. Thanks, Mako. And then you've got you got a pilot for your dragon ship. It's this gal in the middle. The other characters I didn't really want to use, but this gal right here in the middle, that's going to be Lieutenant Talonguard. She's your dragon pilot, and her main gunner is this gal right here, Echo 3-2, and her name is Upside. So just to give you guys a heads up on that a little bit. I want to show you all. I want to show off your artwork, Jason.
And worries.
Okay, so how do you guys want to start? Does everybody have their character sheets?
Yep.
I have.
Yeah.
I've got mine here. I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to be making Upside while you guys. Oh, Jane, not connected. Well, put her back in. Okay.
Okay, there. I posted in the artwork thing.
Where did you post it? To the Discord?
Yeah, artwork.
All right.
This isn't something that I drew by hand. This is a tinkering with the character editor in Champions Online. But
Well, let me save it, and then I'll be able to upload it to the StreamYards. So just take me a second. So why don't you guys, while I'm doing that, why don't you go around and we'll start with Mako since he's up there first. Introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your character, and maybe we can hear some character backgrounds while we're getting started here. How's that sound? Is that cool?
Give me a minute. I'm having technical difficulties. Skip me.
Okay.
Go to somebody else.
So that would be Katie, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So, my name is Katie. For people who don't know me, well, that's my pen name, anyways. And I am playing Patches. She's the medic, and she has like huge birthmarks on her face, as you can see in the picture. And so that was originally how she got her code name, but it's because some idiots, were trying to jab at her because, she's a woman in the military, and instead of getting upset, she owned it. And since she's a medic, it fits that away as well. So that's how she got her code name. And she so she's lesbian, which randomly popped up in the chat Mako and I were having the other day. So yeah.
Well, that works for your character. If that's how you want to do it, we can play it that way.
Hey, it happened.
You also said, I think I bat for the other team.
No, I wasn't going to assume that Mako was straight.
Well, there you go.
That's why I said I think in that.
All right, let me see here. Okay, so if you're ready, Mako, go ahead. Nope. Okay. All right. Well, then, how about we do this then? Here you go. This is Airwave. This is Mark Hockman's first render. He may come up with a different one. And she is a G.I. Joe team member. For the record, so you both know, Mako and Airwave know each other. Airwave hates Hellbent, your former Cubby mate there, Mako. So, yeah. So when you guys actually see each other on sub-level 3, we'll know each other. So, just for full disclosure. So, who wants to go next? I was going to say Mar Hockman, but if you don't want to, that's cool too.
Well, the basic character idea here I had was someone who doesn't really, try to be someone who like sticks out. It's just someone who's just really, really good at what she does, which is taking advanced equipment and making it so her enemies can't use them. Which was the whole like microwave gun idea. It's like, it's like your enemies are using tech for a battlefield advantage. Okay, now break that. Yeah.
Okay. So did you have an idea in mind for your faction?
I'll be honest. I don't actually have a particularly detailed knowledge of how the GI Joe factions actually work.
Okay, you know what we can do? We can actually message each other, and while we're playing here, you can actually pick one out too. While we're making characters.
Well,
So,
when I made the card, let's see, what was that I put on the card?
I do have the file card. I can bring that up too.
Oh yeah, Sky Patrol, which I'm not entirely sure actually what that is. Just so.
Sky Patrol was a sub-faction of the Joes. It was really short-lived. It was only like 1 year.
Mm.
And we can do that later. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up if we want to later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was kind of like that good guy sort of thing, but you know.
Well, whatever works, man. But we know your armed forces. That would be your. That would probably be your faction. So
yeah.
MOS is where we would question. I would think yours would be along the lines of intelligence. Anything to add? I mean, intelligence covers a broad spectrum, including electronics and stuff like that. Electronic warfare.
Sure, I guess that works.
But there's also cyber technician, but we've got one of those in the group already. And you could play that if you want, but it would probably be better if you played something else.
Yeah, it's like either of those fits reasonably well.
Okay. Did you want to add anything?
Mm.
I guess you're good then, huh? Okay. Let's go to Red Power Ranger fan 27, who we're just gonna call Red. That'll make it easier on us.
Yeah. I guess. So my character is an elite industrialist. I was trying to make like Iron Man, but as me. So like my character is made like suits and stuff like Iron Man, but just like slightly different. It's got like control of shields and stuff. You know, stuff like that.
Cool. So your faction is you're an elite, and what we said you were a cyber technician, correct? So this is gonna affect Kate's character, Blast Pup, a lot because you're gonna have to rely on the cyber technician the same way everybody else is gonna have to rely on patches. So, do you have anything to add there, Red?
Maybe we should talk about Pow Pow.
Okay.
My AI Pow Pow, PAWPOL, Pow Pow, right? Because
like Pow Pow, not Pow, right? So PALPOW, correct?
Yeah. Well, no, PAW.
PAW.
Pow.
Like Paw, but Pow Pow. Okay. You'll have to write it for us in the Discord. We'll get it then. Yeah. But that's his AI is part of his suit. It's not it's technically considered an AI port because he can move it, but it's a fixed port. It's a fixed AI. Yeah. Okay, so Kate, you want to go next?
Sure.
Or you want us to pick on Jay?
You've been picking on him enough.
Okay. So go ahead.
My character is Blast Pup. What did you call him? A mech or what?
A mechanism.
A mechanism. It's a mechanism. Like a dog that runs around shooting. I don't actually know the class or skill or all that stuff yet. I haven't gone through the book and looked at my options. I'm not sure what the options are for mechanisms yet.
Okay.
Did you write anything up with that?
We'll go get into that here in a bit. So, like I said, we'll go over all that and make sure everybody has everything they need for their character. Like I said, the book is at the bare bones. It's still under construction, but it has. If something's not there that your character needs, we'll put it in there tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking about maybe it shoots out these little kind of like little exploding, like in what do you call it? Iron Man? He shoots out these little things that stick to stuff and then explode. No, like the magnetic things that stick to stuff and then explode.
Sticky missiles. Sticky bombs.
Yeah,
That's kind. I think it's a variation of a grenade, honestly.
Yeah, magnet grenades. They did that in the Mass Device, the very first G.I. Joe cartoon. But and what you're talking about is deploying them instead of like he just threw them, kind of thing. But yeah, we can work something like that out when we get to upgrades and stuff, which is the very last thing we do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you ready then, Mako?
Yeah, finally.
Since we picked on Jay enough. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so Mako is basically, he's kind of based on myself because I am a former Marine. He's former SAS who got tired of the corruption within the SAS, decided to go be a dreadnought because if they're going to make money, why doesn't he make money? Then he got tired of the dreadnoughts because the money ran out since Cobra or the bad guys disappeared. And something went really bad during his last mission. He decided to leave and join the good guys.
And your cubby mates were Torch and Hellbent. That was the name of the dreadnought I created for the live stream that Mechhead Studios and I did with Elfbait. It was really cool, and it's what led us down this path, really. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was saying. That's the connection between Airwave and Mako. So there we go. Is there anything you wanted to add, sir?
He's very disciplined, and during game you might hear me call out some actual military terms, and I'm gonna try to keep it as a minimum, y'all, because I'm just so 20 years retired. So.
Well, I work for a government contractor, so I'm used to a lot of the military terms. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, one thing I left out earlier is that the reason I had for the idea for like the cyber warfare kind of aspect is that when I was in the military, I was Signal Corps. Not infantry, but it was my job to do like the information side of things, and it's just like, Now this is something that would be a real nightmare for me to deal with.
Yeah, that's kind of why I kind of grouped all that into intelligence. But like I said, we'll go over the factions and everything, and you'll be able to pick what you want, and we'll see how that works out. So, okay, does anybody else have anything to add about their backstories? And then we'll go to Jay. Okay, looks like we're good, Jay. You're on. We saved the day for last. Yeah, I'm corny. Sorry, guys. I'm a corny ref.
Well, my character is Day. Jesus. I'm staring at the sheet and I can't speak. Oh my god.
It's okay. Take your time. We're not in a hurry.
So my character, he's part of the whole armed forces, and he's the driver of this flying
and mechanic.
And a mechanic. Can't forget about that.
You will be assigned. Your vehicle will be actually called a Mako, which is kind of funny. But one of your teammates is actually going to be codenamed Mako. But I had that planned before I even met Jason, so it just kind of worked out that way. And it worked in the G.I. Joe universe. They had Falcon and the Falcon glider, and it just happens sometimes. So,
are there any shark logos involved?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. Because the Mako shark. That's where I got that from. So, okay. So, anything to add there, Day?
No.
Okay. All right. Before we continue on, there is something I wanted to do. On advice from a buddy, I'm going to switch over to the big screen here so you guys can all see me. Now, I'm a really fair ref, but I need to do something here because I have new players that have never played in any of my games before. So before we really move on, now that we've kind of familiarized ourselves, with each other, and so we know each other as players, I need to let you guys know who I am as a ref. Now, that all being said, I only have two really major rules. My first rule is have fun. This is a game, and we need to remember that. Now, this being military action, realism is fine. I'm fine with that. Also, if my second rule is I am the ref. Okay, now that's what I call the game master for this game. That's what Gygax originally called the game master. If you read the first edition DMG, he refers to the dungeon master all through the game, all through the book, I mean, as a referee. I've read that book front to cover, and it's been a long time, but I remember that. Have fun or else. That's right, fine text.
That's right.
Anyway, no, that is my major rule. But my second rule, like I'm saying, is that if in game I make a call and you don't like it, I'm not above being called out on that once. And if I agree with you, I will say, okay, you're right. That's the way we did that, or whatever along those lines. That's cool the one time. But if I say I'm sticking to the ruling, or this is the way we're going to do it now, or something like that, I don't really like it when people go against me twice. Okay, so that would be something we'd have to discuss in a private message. And I don't really like conflict in games, so that's why I kind of have that rule. So if you guys have an issue and I say that's what I'm going to do and you don't like it, talk to me in the private chat, and then we'll deal with it aside, so it doesn't slow down the game. Okay, now, anybody have any questions for me that you may have? Because I usually don't do that. I usually don't do. I'm not a rules guy, really. I prefer to have everybody having a good time, and we're just playing a game. We do have rules, but there they are. Those are the only ones I adhere to. No issues? Okay, cool. Let's make some characters then. How's that sound? Have fun or else. We'll put that up there one more time.
Have fun or stabby.
Okay, cool. No, I'm actually, my regular players will let you guys know. I'm actually a really easygoing ref, but I don't put up with anything. I had a player one time that argued with me for like 45 minutes over one rule, and I never ever had this experience in my life. But I flipped my screen down because I love to have a ref shield when I'm running the game, and I flipped it down and I said I'm done. And he was gonna start arguing again, and then one of my players, who coincidentally enough, Mako, his name was Jason, and he was a vet. He put up a sign that said "I was stupid" and was pointing an arrow at him. And the other player who was causing the problem turned around and socked him in the arm. And we had an 8-foot table between us at the time. Rada got up and kicked him out of my house. Well, Jason, true to form and very cool, calmly just looked at him and said, "You hit like a girl."
I could totally see
and that ended the argument. He left, walked to the store, and then walked back and was calm. And we kept playing without him. And his wife went, "No, I'm staying here. I'm playing." She was mad at him. But that is the only time I've ever had a really bad incident in a game, and that's why I have that rule. I don't. If I make a call and you say, "Hey, that's not the way we did it," and I agree with you, then great. But if I don't, and you have a problem with that, just let me know, and we'll be good.
I was there for that, wasn't I?
Yes, you were.
Was there for that.
Okay. Spine Tick says, "Yo, Joe," and throws down at the RPG table. Yes. No, that's the one time I've been running games for over 30 years, and that's the only time that's ever happened to me. And I hope it never happens again.
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right. So let's look, before we get into the creation steps, before I throw this up on the screen, let me scroll down to the factions, and we'll look at those first so everybody has a good idea of what they're playing. And we'll get your stuff for your character, and you could just like put it off to the side or whatever, however you want to do it, whatever you're comfortable with. So, all right, I believe we have somebody playing armed forces. So let me get back over here, and we'll put this up here.
I think there's a couple of us doing that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it back over here. I think I got this right. Okay, here we go. All right, so for armed forces, ignore all these other ones. I may do some things for them later, but for right now, what we're concerned with is this stuff right here. that refers to all of them. You can pick your branch, but that actually will go with your MOS as well, your military occupational specialty, which is this. Your armed forces kind of replaces your race, and that's kind of my idea for it, because some of these are races, but most people in this game are going to be human. So you get for your, I'm pretty sure that, let me look over this one more time. I have a RRA is your resistance roll adjustments. Drawbacks are something you can take or not take. Some factions you have to have one, and we'll get into that. Your move base is your character's base movement score, and that you just record on your record sheet, your dossier, and you're the same with your natural DR. And then you can mark down if you get any bonus secondary specs or weapon qualifications. Any questions on that? Okay. So for those of you who are armed forces, if you want to give yourself a drawback, that will actually give you a minor specialty. If you take a drawback, that's how that works. So what was your question, Kate?
What do you mean by like a drawback?
Something that is like, if for instance you have a birthmark, but your character has overcome that, so it's no longer a drawback to you. But it would be something along those lines. So what was your question, Kate?
Oh, is this in the?
It's in the book. Yes, I'm sorry.
No,
let me give you.
Is the book in the?
It's in the Discord, and I did post something to the effect.
Wasn't sure.
Yeah, I did pin it on I think the bullpen or on. Let me look real quick. Sorry, I should have asked you guys if you had this before we started here. All right, let me see here.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
I put it in. I'm pretty sure I put it in the bullpen. Under pin messages. Yes, it's under pin messages right at the top. Post box bullpen.
The dossier, character creation.
And there's character creation in the dossier there. They should both be right there. It's just down two. You've got the mag dossier. You've got the character. You got the the announcement for our. Actually, that's going to be our session 1. And then you've got
it's
the mag
character creation one, right?
Yeah. So if you need a character sheet, I put that there too, so you can.
I have the character sheet. I just wasn't sure. I thought they were both the same thing. I wasn't sure.
Nope. I made them separate, so if you already had everything you needed, you didn't need the character creation.
Okay.
But in the dossier, you guys are probably going to be downloading all the time in case you need a new sheet. So.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so then you have a move base of 12, natural DR of 10, and then let me know when you guys are ready to move on. So,
hang on.
So if this is too slow for anybody, let me know, because it's kind of how we're just gonna go slow and make sure we get everything everybody needs. Renee says saving throw -8 on a D10 usually settles that argument. Well, we do what we call resistance rolls. It's along the same lines, and we use a D20. But whatever suits your fancy. That's kind of how we look at things. Okay, so
I'm still kind of lost as to what my faction would be, if I'm actually military or if I'm in the outlaw.
Okay, that's up to you. If you want to be an outlaw, it just all that's different is your starting resistance roll adjustments, move base, and NDR, and what kind of bonuses you get. So, if you want, you can put this stuff down here, and when we get to outlaw, then you can change it to the outlaw stuff instead. Do you get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Okay. Any other questions on move base and natural DR? Or in resistance roll adjustments.
I did not get the natural DR.
Is 10.
Okay, so.
And move base is 12.
Okay, so 10.
That's actually standard human in Linharo. I kept everything the same. So that if you were familiar with one game, you'd be familiar with this game.
So
go ahead.
Chris, what's our sub faction?
Okay, that would be your armed forces. But also, if you wanted to add something to that, it could be like GI Joe.
Okay.
But in your case, it would be Fire Team Echo. If you want to put that there, you can go there if you're armed forces. But you all have the sub faction technically of Fire Team Echo, but that's also your affiliation. Sub factions is something that some of them deal with really well and some don't, and that's something we need to work on, or I need to work on. So, okay.
Echo doesn't work in a fit in there.
You can work it out. I figured out how to make it work when I was doing one. I have a digital copy of the mag. I can swap that out later, and you guys can each get one if you want. Because I'm going to need you guys to send me a copy so I can be looking at it while you guys are playing. Instead of me asking you 50 times for something that's on your sheet, I can just look at it real quick. Is everybody cool with that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to make things go really fast. The only thing that goes slow in my game is combat, because that's the action to me. Now role playing is great too, and we can role play all day long. I love role play, so that's not what I was meaning. But anyway, so are you guys ready for the bonus secondary specs? Who's armed forces? Because I think we have two.
Yes.
Okay. You get a major and a minor, and the difference is your bonuses, and we'll get into that when we get over to specialties. You get two minor, and the major is your secondary specialty. The minor are just all the rest of them that you know how to do. This is basically the rest of your skills. Does that make sense to everybody?
Sorry, I was talking to Jay. What was that?
Okay, you get one major and two minor, and the difference is that your major is your secondary specialty. The rest are just the other skills that you have.
So my major would be like medic, right?
Okay, now you also are going to get a primary military specialty, which everybody's going to get to pick one, just straight across the board. It's not going to cost you SP or anything like that. But this is what you get for the Armed Forces faction. So, like, put it off to the side because you're going to want to be picking these later when we get into character creation and rolling up ability scores.
Okay.
And bonus question. Okay. Weapon qualifications would come next. You get, as armed forces, you get one ranged weapon and one edged weapon. Now, when we get to weapons, that's the type. We have ranged, edged, and blunt. I keep it as simple as possible. Okay, and that's something you put on. That's over on the far right. It says type. That's where you would put that. But you get to pick the type of ranged weapon you want to use. That's a gun. Could be a bow. We don't really have I don't really have those in the game, but if you want one, we can make that happen. And then you get the one edged as well. So that's basically so you can have a sidearm and a combat knife. Does that make sense to everybody for the armed forces?
Yep.
Are we going over the character sheet right now?
We will be going. We're going over the factions right now, so you can put these on your sheet. So if you're armed forces, which you're not, you're a mechanism, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So where is that on the character sheet, or is there an updated character sheet? Because I'm seeing none of that.
You're talking about weapon qualifications?
Yeah.
All right. So I should do that myself here because upside, is it showing the character sheet or is it still showing the book?
Showing the book.
It's still showing the book, yes.
Okay, well let me see if I can fix that. Because I have the character sheet set up too, and I don't know why it's not showing both of them. So generally, if I have them up, then I can switch back and forth to screens, and it should be fine. But it's being fun, so I want the book, and then I want it to be able to switch to the character sheet. Now, did it switch?
No. Still on factions in the book.
Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. It's being one of those today. So you guys have a character sheet, so I can just reference mine while you guys look at yours.
Close or minimize the factions one. Maybe it's
under
behind
the combat. What was that, Kate? I'm sorry.
Close or minimize the factions, the book, and then it might be behind it.
Well, actually, it might be because he's presenting the window of the here. If you present the window of the Magdozer, it would change.
Yeah, I know. I can change it to it, but I want to be able to have the book up. Okay, I can reference the character sheet all day long, but you guys need to see the book. If you guys need to see the character sheet, I'll do it. But under combat information, Mako, where it says qualifications, you got your weapon type and your vehicle type. That's also where you see your primary military specialty and combo attacks. Combo attacks we'll get into later. But like how many
That's
weapons?
not on my sheet.
That's not on your sheet?
Not on the sheet that I have.
Okay, you have character information at the top, correct, on the MAG dossier?
Correct.
And then ability scores.
All right. Oh, we'll never get to move on.
And then combat information.
Nothing right there.
Combat information, it has, just going to read you the top line. It says hit degree, armor types, starting CGPs, qualifications.
So you don't have that little box at all that says qualifications?
Negative.
Who else does not have that? Yours has that?
Mine has it.
I have it.
Okay,
if he has CGPs, it sounds like he has a Linharo sheet, not a mag.
No. It used to be that way, so he may have an old version. So what you're going to want to do is download the newer version from the Discord. And like I said, it's in Postbox and bullpen. Yeah, it is the top one in the pinned messages.
All right, I'll just have to watch along because Discord is not agreeing with the StreamYards being on.
Oh, I get you. Sometimes computers can be finicky. But that's where that is. It's in that section. So if you want, you can just put it somewhere on your sheet, so you know what you need to add later. Is what I'm saying. Okay. So does anybody have any more questions about armed forces? Okay, that takes us to civilian contractor. I don't know if we have one of these, but Mar Hockman, this actually could be your character, but you're not a civilian, so I didn't think this would fit you. So does anybody have any questions about a civilian contractor? Deviants, I'm skipping over because I'm going to use those as bad guys at first. And then we do have an elite in the group.
Yes, I am that.
Okay, and you have chosen to be a billionaire, which we'll talk about drawbacks and all that stuff later, but all the basics.
No, I did industrialist.
Oh, did you do an industrialist?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, either way, we'll talk about the rest of that stuff. But did you get your move base and your natural DR?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You don't have any resistance roll adjustments. And then did you get your major and 5 minor?
Yeah, I have those. Yeah, we did that.
Okay. And then you got your weapon qualifications of 3. I thought we had taken care of that earlier, so
we did.
Wouldn't have to worry about it. Now, who was an international arms dealer? Nobody? I don't think we had one of those either. There's your mechanism, Kate. Okay. Naturally, I don't have anything over there. I have your starting AI because I think that you are a 3. Starting AI 3. Now we'll double check that later, but if you could put that on there as part of your sub faction, you are a bot. Now normally they have an AI of 1, but you're a little bit smarter than that.
Faction. Okay.
Your starting natural DR, I'm going to set at 16, and move base at 24. Because of you're a machine, so
yeah,
and there's no resistance roll adjustments. I thought I had done this. Sorry guys, I really did. I thought I went through this and did that for all of them. But then you get your bonuses to that is you get 10 weapon qualifications. You're basically a walking weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other questions? Or are we good?
Good for now.
Okay. Okay. This would be the other one you'd be interested in, and apparently I missed this one too. How's that possible? I know I was wanting to do this so that I'd be ready for you, Mako. Sorry. Okay. Resistance roll adjustments as an outlaw, you get 3. 3 to distribute. And you're a normal human, so you have a 12 blue base, and a 10 DR. Maybe that's why I didn't do that, because in my head it was already done. But I did the rest of it. You get one okay, that's supposed to be one major, because everybody gets a primary. I just hadn't updated that for whatever reason. Sorry, guys. Okay. And so if you'd rather do the armed forces, you can. So that would be up to you, Mako. Did he? Did we lose Mako?
Think we did.
All right, so we'll have to get back to him. I see. I was looking at the book and I didn't see him drop out. You guys are going to have to help me with that.
Yeah. So Jay went to bed. I'll just finish his character sheet for him.
Okay.
So.
Because I'm going. Hey, we lost some people.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the book here, and we'll go. If somebody could write that down for me somewhere. The 3 resistance roll adjustments, the move base, and the DR, which is just normal human. That one we can remember. But then he gets a major and a secondary, and he gets 1 bonus weapon qualification with an intermediate combat weapon qualification.
1 major, 1 secondary?
Yes. Intermediate combat weapon qualification is a specialty.
And what else does he get?
1 weapon qualification. He gets to pick 1 weapon. All right. So I don't think anybody's playing a radical or a soldier of fortune. Okay, so Mar Hockman, that would definitely make you armed forces. Are you in agreement with me on that?
Yeah.
Did you get all the stuff for that?
Let's see here. What I wrote down. Let's see here. RRA 5 points. MB 12. NDR 10. I think. Yeah. And yeah, the other stuff.
1 major, 2 minor. So you got all that. Cool.
Yeah.
So we got everything written down for Outlaw so that Mako can change if he wants it. So we'll head on to MOS so you guys can pick your MOS. And we will also have you pick out your primary. Now, this is where I defined basically what you do for a living. I mean, you are in the armed forces if you're in the armed forces. You are a mechanism if you're a mechanism type deal. Now, when you're in the armed forces, you can be a commando. In fact, that's one of the drawbacks. You must be of the armed forces faction. So this is something that you could actually be, Mar Hockman. Now, I'm going to go over these real quick, and then we'll go back to the top so you guys can make sure you pick the right one. Combat engineer is the backbone. I believe that one of you may have picked that. Then we have silent weapons. I don't think anybody's into that. Then we have Red Power Ranger is a cyber technician. Is that correct, Red?
Yeah, I believe
so.
So.
Did we get all the stuff for you on that one? That's one of the bonuses for you living at home. Living with, and he's my kid, so.
Yeah.
So you got all that?
I think so.
And Jay is a driver, so your action points would be 4 bonus action points, and the drawback I'm coming up with that one and pilot is Need for Speed, and it's kind of like Wanderlust, only you have to go fast at least once a day. It's kind of their thing, so he's having a hard time right now. Okay, let me see here. Then we have field leader or officer, and none of you were that. And grenadier is heavy weapons. And then we have grunts, just regular infantry, military intelligence. And the reason why I was thinking about this one for you, Mar Hockman, is because the skills that you have fall into this category a lot.
Wait, Jace. Sorry, Chris. to the driver? What
Yeah,
was the
I'll go back over them all, but I wanted to make sure that we were talking about. I had to make one for. We have to go over driver because we have one,
Okay.
and then we have pilot, and I don't think any of you is a pilot. So going back, the first one we have, if you're agreeing to it, Mar Hockman, would be your military intelligence agent.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's like this and the other one is like the character, as I envisioned the character, was someone who was really more focused on messing with enemy stuff rather than, working on allied stuff. So
that would definitely fall into military intelligence.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now, their drawback is need to know, and that means that you want to know. If you get what I mean. And I'll be going over these a bit later on what the drawbacks are. But you can also pick one out and get a secondary specialty too. But military intelligence agent starts with quite a few. You get your everybody gets a primary. This is supposed to say major. I hadn't updated this. I've been doing so much lately. It's hard to keep track of everything I have and haven't done this week. You get one major as an intelligence specialty. Also, your primary needs to be a specialty. And then you get one secondary. And then you get one level in hand-to-hand combat, hand-to-hand classification, which is on the back of the sheet. And then you get one bonus weapon qualification. Yeah. Does all of that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, now the AP at the top is your action points. You can add that to your power score line under ability scores. That's what you're going to be adding to what you get from your power score, and you get 5. Action points are something we use in the game that you get back when we get advancements. And you use them, basically you can modify a die roll by 1 or 5% for a feat. You can modify a check by 1 and a feat by 5%.
So these are what we call faith points, right?
Basically faith points, right.
Okay.
But military, in military intelligence, you're a believer in whatever it is you're doing. That's why they get a bunch. We don't have any grunts.
Can you go back to driver and the drawback, Chris, because it's not on the one copy I have.
Let me see. Yeah, we're heading back to it.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to find this and think, oh, wait. Yeah, that section's not in the first time.
Yeah, it was on page 44. But anyway, did you need anything else, Mar Hockman, or are we good?
I guess I'm good for now.
Okay, because we haven't even really started on the steps of character creation. I'm just doing this first because it makes it easier when we get to character creation. Otherwise, we'd have to do this while we're making characters instead of beforehand. Picking out race and lifestyle or race and class in other games would be about the same thing. I don't think we have a heavy weapons guy, a grenadier, or a field leader, but we have a driver. So action points is 4.
Okay.
You have the need for speed drawback. You don't have to really worry about that. I'm not going to be a stickler on it for right now. But if you want to take a different drawback, again, you can get a secondary specialty with it. But yeah, if you do take a drawback, you have to stick with it, if you guys get what I'm saying. You can select a primary. That's major again. Major specialty and transport. That's your primary. Yeah, that's why that's there. That was the same with intelligence. I did have it right, Mar Hockman. I'm sorry. Your primary military specialty has to be in intelligence. Same with the driver. Jay's primary military specialty that they select has to be in transportation. So his is probably going to be probably a Jeep driver or fast attack vehicle. It's the same thing. He probably is going to take a bunch of them, but they'll have to decide which one is their primary. That's the important one. Now, if you look at a G.I. Joe file card, every G.I. Joe file card has a primary military specialty and a secondary. Some don't have a secondary, but I set up the game because most of them do. That's kind of how I set it up. Then you get a secondary specialty and one level in hand-to-hand classification. And we'll get into what that's about later. But no bonus weapon qualifications. Your weapons are your vehicles. Okay. Cyber Technician, we got everything for you, correct?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. We don't have a silent weapons person. We don't have a combat engineer. Okay, Kate.
Yes. Me?
Kate, not Katie. Catherine, what was your chosen MOS?
I didn't choose one yet. I wasn't sure.
So
I didn't look at them.
We kind of got over these. So which one do you see your last pup as?
I was when I was thinking about it, I was thinking grenadier.
A grenadier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do have a grenadier. Cool.
Yeah.
You're the gunner, which makes sense. But yeah, you can plug in. Okay, so 3 action points. No particular drawback, unless you want one. You get 1 grenadier specialty as your primary, with 1 ordnance type as a secondary. Now, you don't have to take that as your major. But basically, you have to match up a specialty, secondary specialty in ordnance with your grenadier specialty, if you know what I'm talking about. So if you pick a rocket launcher, you need to have ordnance as a secondary specialty in a rocket launcher. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm copying what you have written down because it's not written. Some of it's not written on here.
No, I'm putting it on the screen so you guys can. That's why I wanted to have the book up so you guys can see it in case I didn't have it, because clearly I dropped the ball on this one. But I was honestly expecting to do this almost a month from now.
Oh yeah, I understand.
So we're going to be ahead of the game. So okay, so do you have the primary and your secondary in ordnance?
I'm still not sure what the ordinance is or any
Okay,
of
we'll
that
get to
stuff,
that, but just we're down on your specialties for your primary. That which is up in the combat on the first sheet. You're going to want to put your 1 grenadier, and you'll understand that when we get to it. And then under under your specialties down on the second page, you're going to want to put 1 ordnance, and again, you'll get it when we get there.
Ordnance.
Yeah, I was when I was going through this part when I made my character yesterday. This part I was like, oh man, is this going to make sense? Well, then when I actually started making the character, it just made a lot of sense. Then you get 1 level in hand-to-hand classification. But you're the weapons guy, so you get 5 bonus weapons on top of that. So as a grenadier mechanism, you get a lot of weapon qualifications.
Okay.
But you're the weapons guy. Okay, any questions, Kate?
I have it all written down, so I have it.
Okay, so that actually will take us to character creation and tell. Well, is Mako still not with us, or did he come back on?
No, he hasn't come back.
Yeah, he hasn't jumped back on.
No.
Okay, let me see. Oh, you put him in the chat. That's cool. That works, Kelly. Thanks.
You're welcome.
That worked out really well. I wouldn't have thought of that. That was a good idea. So everybody's still watching. I hope you're getting the basics of what we got going on so far, but we can actually start making a here. Now, everybody has pretty much gone through step 1, and that's kind of what I've been trying to do on the Discord with you over the past week. You basically are filling out the character information section on your record sheet. So you guys can read that if you want, or I could just jump over to the record sheet and we can start. Okay, so we got code name. Does everybody have a code name?
Yeah. Airwave.
Okay. All right, let's do that then. By my call sign, starting with Echo 1-1, sound off on your code name. That'd be you, Kate.
Yeah, all I have is Blast Pup, so I
That
don't.
would be your code name. That's where you write that, is under the code name at the top under your character information. Now we're actually making the character.
That's what it's at.
Okay, good. Okay, where it says military branch, that's where you're going to want to write Echo 1-1. And your character isn't really military because you're a mechanism. So,
Is it military property?
You have an AI, so you are an AI. So technically yes, but technically no.
Okay.
You have certain rights, the same as you know how a canine has rights in the military. When Mako comes back, you can ask him, and they actually they get a rank. They have privileges, and you would be treated the same way a dog would be treated. And I know that sounds horrible, but
This reminds me of that old Johnny Five movie.
Blast Pup is alive.
Blast Pup is alive. And he throws it up in the air, and whatever God wants, he keeps. Okay. Oh. Okay. So then so Echo 1-2.
That would be Day.
Day, right.
Day.
And Echo 1-3 already shouted out Airwave, so we're good there. Echo 1-4.
That would be Patches.
Right. And again, you guys can put your call sign in your military branch. You guys are Fire Team Echo and then your call sign. And you can shrink that or make the line bigger, whatever you're comfortable with on your character sheet. Okay, so Echo 1-5.
Here, that is me. I'm Red Power.
Red Power is your code name. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. Now we already know that Mechhead Studios is Mako. So, okay, file name is just that. Whatever the name you wanted to be your file name, you want to put your last name, comma, and then your first name and middle initial, just like a G.I. Joe file card. So we'll go through it again. Echo 1-1. You have one of those. Okay. Blast Pup.
I'm writing something. I'm writing something for it.
That's cool. I'm looking at the character sheet, so I can't really see you guys. So let me jump in over here, kid. Let's see. Spike says he's enjoying listening while gaming. Cool. Victor, same here. Well, I'm glad you guys are hanging out with us, and I hope you like the way we do our character creation. I've only done this once before. This is only my second session 0. So we're having fun with it a little bit, I hope, guys.
Yep.
Okay, so Echo 1-2. Since Echo 1-1 is having an issue with file name. Because I get it. And basically, your file name is going to be your serial number, Kate.
Yeah.
Okay, so file name, yeah, I've got that in on Jay's character sheet.
I believe the last name was Davion.
No, Davion's the first name. The last name is Heisel. I'm gonna botch that. It's a Korean name. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Heisel, I think.
Put it on the line there. Okay, Echo 1-3. File name, Mar Hockman.
Kelrin Julio.
Cool. I did like that on the file card too. I got a copy of that. So, as far as we'll get into the serial numbers here in a minute, but as far as that's concerned, that's kind of make believe. We don't want to put your real Social Security number or anything like that on there, guys. Okay, so Echo 1-4.
Paige O'Dargan.
So it would be O'Dargan, comma Page, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Echo 1-5.
Watch this, Warren R.
You're going to use your real name or do you want to use a fake name?
I'm using my real name.
Okay. All right. Just so everybody knows. Full disclosure. I agree. It's fine takes. Okay. All right. So, again, I will hear if Mako bings back on, but I haven't heard that happen yet. So we'll move on. Like I said, serial number. Basically, you have three sets of numbers, like a social security number. Serial numbers are set up pretty much the same way. Your first three numbers are GIJ because you've been put in the GI Joe team.
GI what?
GIJ as for GI Joe, but they only use the all three initials. And then you got a dash, and whatever your middle number is, you can put that in there, and the same for the last four.
What?
That is entirely up to you guys. The only thing that I'm adding to your sheet is GIJ.
Really?
You guys put whatever last five numbers you want with a dash after the second two. Is everybody clear on the serial number?
Mechanism serial number?
Yeah, your mechanism serial number could be way different.
Yeah.
Well, it basically you would be a PN number. So, however you want to put that is fine with me, Kate.
Mm-hmm.
Number of adventures is number of game sessions, which we haven't had any yet, so you can leave that blank. So, does anybody have any questions about that top line there? Okay, the second line should be pretty easy. Does anybody have a problem with that? Or questions? I think we're pretty good on that one. Whether you're male, female, or non-binary, whatever you want to put there, you can put there. And your age, what color your hair, eyes, and skin tone is. Kate, you can put whatever you want there.
Mm-hmm.
Height and weight, all that stuff you guys can just make up. You don't really, it's not going to affect the game unless you want to be a soldier who weighs 600 pounds. That's not going to cut it. So you're going to want to be somewhere in the range of probably 140 pounds to 250 pounds tops, even if you're a really big buff guy. Which you might want to wait until we actually get some of your ability scores to pick out your weight. That's up to you, though. It's like I said, this is the realm of make-believe. We don't have to be a stickler on it. Everybody's already got their faction, natural DR move base, sub-faction. We could talk about if you guys want. But faction is step 2. We kind of did that. And step 3 is you're picking your MOS. Now, from your MOS, you guys can see the screen. Everybody gets a base combat die based on your MOS. So select that now. And for Mako, it depends. I think he's already got the one for his, if he's going to be, because I think he's going to be commando. I think that's what he said he was going to be. So I think I already worked on that with him a bit. So besides that, I talk to him almost every day. So we shouldn't have a problem getting that taken care of for him, one way or the other. But that was a good idea about the chat, Kate. Thank you. Let me see if we have anything going on in the chat. Let's see. Are these your home rule rules? Yes, they are. But I am going to be putting this book out hopefully next year. If you're 190, you can still cut it. You look pretty good for 190 spike ticks. Sith Lordly looks good for 190. Commando 1D20. Yes, thank you. Works for me. Does everybody have their combat die?
No.
Okay, so Kate, then you chose to be your MOS. What was your MOS?
The Grenadier? Was that it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, why don't I have a grenadier on this list?
Oh yeah, 1d20 looks like.
That's commando, and yeah, grenadier. There it is, 1d20. Yes, that'll be the die you roll for combat.
Mm-hmm.
And add your attack rating. We keep combat really simple, and we'll go over that in session 1, actually, when we do our first combat. Does anybody else have any questions about combat die?
I don't see it on my sheet.
Okay. There you go. So combat die is over on combat information. On the box on the far right at the bottom where it says current combat die, under qualifications and protections. And anybody who has a weapon qualification can fill that out there too. So you got that, Red?
No, because it's not on the screen.
I get that. Do you know where your combat information is on your dossier?
Yes, I know where it is. I just don't know what to put there right now.
Okay, so what is your... You're a cyber...
I'm a cyber technician.
So you're a D6. Right here. Maybe I should do this and you guys can see it a little better. This is how I chart. Well. This is how I chart things, guys. I do this. It's kind of really simple, but this is just me. All right, we do this.
That's not good. It keeps breaking the breaking it every time I put 20 in it. Like it wasn't meant for more than one.
You can drink it.
Yeah, it's like when I filled it in, it put the 8 in the line below the D.
Like I said, it's a work in progress, guys. You guys can fix it however you want on your sheet.
You can go, if you go into font and in advanced settings, you can change the spacing to condensed and it will fix it.
Okay, on the combat die chart, guys. Is that more clear?
I'm using Google Docs, so I don't
know how to do it in Google Docs.
I meant on the screen. Okay, who does not have a combat die? And who has not found it on their sheet? Okay, I guess that's a nobody. Okay, so that takes us to step 4, your attitude and your affiliation. Now, attitude is simple. Are you good? Are you evil? You don't have to go by the general faction attitude chart. You can change that to whatever you want. Whether you are good or evil or neutral. Most people are neutral. It's up to you. Does anybody have any questions on attitude? I'm not really a stickler on personality or alignments. Same concept, though.
I just made the box slightly bigger.
Like I said, if somebody sees something in the chat, let me know. Let's see. We got the layout of your rules looks cool. Reminds me of Palladium RPGs. I don't know if I want to take that as a compliment or not. No, just kidding. No, I like some of the Palladium stuff too, but I've never played Palladium, so I couldn't tell you. I think the closest I got to Palladium was MERP. I played the old MERP stuff. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks, Victor. All right, I'll try to keep up with the chat, guys, but I'm looking at this book here, and I can't see the screen of the book at the same time because I'm not tech savvy, so that's where I'm at. So, no one has a question on attitude? Affiliation. You're going to want to write, I believe I already told you guys to put Fire Team Echo there, or did I tell you to put that on your I think I told you to put that on the military branch. Affiliation is GI Joe.
And that was Fire Team Echo.
That could be there too. Your Fire Team Echo or GI Joe. So
I don't think the box is large enough for Fire Team Echo to fit.
You can put FTE, whichever works for you, man. Are we clear on attitude and affiliation? That's really a simple one as far as for me, but okay. Now we come to ability scores. This is the fun part. Did anybody bring any dice?
No, I can go grab.
Yes, lots of dice.
Okay,
I'm at home. Dice live here.
I
got
didn't get
dice.
mine out. I thought you were rolling ability scores. So
I am. I'm getting my dice out right now.
I can roll mine. I got my own dice.
I don't need to look at the book for this, but you guys, if you need to see the book and it doesn't come up on the screen, then let me know. I did want to go over what checks and feats are. Checks is a D20 roll. You got to roll under your ability score or less. That is your minor difficulty level. If it's a major difficulty level, then it is a feat. And then you roll your feat percentage, which will be on each of your ability scores. Okay? For a check, a 1 always succeeds, a 20 always fails. For a feat, rolling a 1 on percentage dice or fails, and 100 always fails, and a 1 always succeeds. I'm sorry.
Always lower.
Yeah, I was thinking. I've been playing against the Dark Master, and everything's all backwards to me in that game. Okay, any questions on checks and feats? Cool. All right, so that takes us to your ability scores. All right, who wants to go first?
I forget how those are rolled up. What dice do you use?
Okay, right there. Oh, I scrolled down too soon.
1d12 plus 6 for each one.
Okay. Got some chat to look at here, guys. Just give me a second. Yes.
Usually Chris rolls ability scores.
Yeah, I'll roll them up. It's cool. Let me look real quick, and then I'll take care of the chat. I had put it's 1d12 plus 6 to make it simple. That should give you scores of 7 to 18. Okay. So hello, chat. I got to remember I'm doing a show here, too. Let's see. Spinetick says, Palladium like TMT, Revised Recon, Robotech, and Heroes Unlimited. Love those games. Victor says, I played the heck out of Robotech. I played Battletech, so I never did get to play Robotech. I mean, Robotech. I wanted to play Robotech. Everybody had Battletech. Hear the word attitude, and I think John Cena.
John Cena.
That works, Renee, I guess. Now, if you put attitude if you put John Cena for your attitude, I'll go with that. That's neutral. Oh. See, nice, Victor. I have all the Robotech books and even the Macross. That's what Spinetick says. And Victor says he left his collection back in California, but still has PDFs. Yeah, I got PDFs of pretty much a lot of my old books too, but not Palladium. Oh, yeah, I used to be from Cali too, so there we go.
Me too.
Still in Cali.
Ah, yes. Yeah, but Kate's still in Cali. It's Hotel California. We know how that works. All right, so that takes us to ability scores. So, who said they wanted to go first?
I want to go first.
Okay. All right, so we're doing a D12 plus 6.
Uh-huh.
All right. Bringing out my D12 right now. So, now, the way I do it is you can put them off. You can put them all straight down, and then you could switch them around however you want to fit your character. Is everybody cool with that? All right, we'll go straight down then, and then you can change them around all you want. So I rolled a 4, so that gives you a 5. You got to remember, this isn't Linharo, so your characters aren't supposed to be heroes. You are normal people who become heroes. Okay, that's a 7, so that would be a 13. I will re-roll 1s and 2s, though, guys. That's just my thing. Oh, wait, I got you a 12, so there's an 18.
Why'd you give him a 5 if it's plus 6?
Yeah.
What did I roll?
I don't know. The first one
you said something.
5.
I think you said a 4. The first one you said was a 4.
I think I rolled a 4, so
it would be 10.
So that would be a 10. I'm sorry. Yeah. We'll get this right.
Okay.
I so miss sitting around the table. Let's see. Renee says lived in San Fran for a year right after Katrina, 2005. A beautiful state. Way too damn expensive for my wallet. I agree. That's why I moved out. Totally agree with that statement. Okay, how many do you have left there, Red?
3.
3. Middle. 5 and 6 is 11.
Okay.
Smokey sings. 7 and 6 is 13.
Okay.
Is that all, or do you need one more?
One more.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I re-roll 1s and 2s, so I got to roll 2. So 11, so that would be 17, sir. Okay, so I rolled pretty good for you. You elite you. How dare you have good ability scores? No, just kidding. Okay, now the way it works once you get all your ability scores is you add them up. That is your power score. It doesn't matter where they're at. It's the same. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay. Now, Warren, you are Red is Warren, my son Warren. So if I call him Warren, that's why. So Red, okay, you know how to fill the ability scores out with the chart. Do you have the chart, or do you need to see the chart?
I have the book, character creation.
Okay.
So I might
go down to the chart and take care of that then.
Yeah, I think
I'll go over that for the first person who hasn't done it before. Okay, Rascal and Lucy, you got that right. Way too expensive antibodies wallet. Yes, I agree, Victor. And then we got San Francisco's really changed. And yeah, used to love. I mean, I've never been there myself. But that's where my parents met, and that's where I was invented. Oh, now it's way too crazy. Yeah, I agree. Okay, yeah, it's Thunderdome now. Oh, if we were gaming, Victor, you would just have got 50 CGPs right there. Heard and seen on YouTube the horror stories that has become San Fran. Yeah, me too. Me too, Renee. Glad I saw it before it went down the tubes. I wish I had too. I can only live vicariously through movies. Okay, Kate, let's get you squared away. Okay, that's a 10, so 16. 8 and 6 is 14. 6 and 6 is 12. 9 and 6 is 15. So we got one more or 2?
That's 4.
Okay, so 2 more. That's what I thought. 3 and 6 is 9. And 5 and 6 is 11. Are we good?
All right, yeah.
You know how to power score it up? Great.
Calculator.
Okay. Calculator. Yeah, that works. Who wants to be next?
You can do me and Jay.
Okay. Spinetick says he used to live there 2 months out of the year for business in recent years. Glad he hasn't had to go back in the past few years. Yeah, I still want to see it, but I don't know if I want to see it. Oh, never mind. All right, so which one do you want to do first there, Katie?
We can do Jay first.
So, Mar, you're wanting to go last there, I guess?
So there's no modifiers or anything?
I'm cool.
Okay. All right. No modifiers. It's just straight up this game. It's a little simpler.
I was just making sure mechanisms I know are.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it, but it's just. Well, we'll talk about it. How's that sound? But normal humans, no. The mechanism, we can discuss that here in a minute. But let me get everybody's ability scores, and we'll go back to that. Yeah, because I did want to kind of talk to you about that. I think I was going to give you +5, just distribute how you wanted, and if everybody agrees to that, then that's cool. Can we just do it that way, guys? Any objections? Okay. All right, so you wanted to do Dave first, you said, or yourself?
Dave.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, 7 plus 6 is 13. I rolled an 8 plus 6 is 14. I'm mathing tonight. That would be a 9. That's a 3. That's the lowest you guys can get. Okay, we got a 6 and 6 is 12. And I rolled pretty low for day here. 7 and 6 is 13. What is your highest score?
14.
14. I did better for everybody else. So let's pop that out for a 17. How's that sound?
The 9 or the 14?
The lowest one.
Wait, how many am I supposed to have?
6.
6.
Okay, well, you only gave me 5.
Okay, well, I'll give you one more, but pop the 9 out for a 17. And that's twice, so that just says it all. That's a 10. So that will end up being your lowest score.
Okay.
Are we good with that for day?
Yep.
Okay, they can put them wherever they want. Power score will be the same. Are you ready for yours?
Yep.
Of course, it's you, so you get 17 right off the bat. 11 plus 6 is 17. Another 11, that's 2 17s. I'm going to change dice here in a second. Just kidding. 6 and 6 is 12. There we go. And for your fourth one, we got 8 and 6 is 14. Number 5 is alive. That's 4 and 6 is 10. And then we got 7 and 6 is 13. So you don't have a lot of low scores, and you got some high ones. So I think we're good on yours. Agreed?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, that takes us to you, Mark Hockman. Are you ready?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. Do you have an issue with me rolling your scores, sir? Because I am okay with you rolling them.
That's fine if you want to do it.
Okay. I actually prefer it, but I am willing to let the player roll it if they feel that that's what they want to do. Okay, so we're gonna forgo that. Well, I'm just gonna re-roll 1s, 2s, and 3s. How's that sound, guys? Because that's all this dice is giving me right now. It's not being fair to you, Mar. Let's see here. You prefer just Mar Hockman or what? What do you?
I mean, Mark is fine.
Mark, okay, that works too. Didn't know your name was Mark. Now I know, and knowing is half the battle, guys. Right? Had to throw one in here at some point, right? Okay, so 8 and 6 is 14. You got that one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 10 and 6 is 16. And then we have 5 and 6 is 11. That's going to be 8 and 6 is 14. And that's a 12. So that's an 18, sir. Are you good with your ability scores, Mark?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
I watched a podcast this week with Brandon Sanderson. They were talking about G.I. Joe in it, which was pretty cool.
I missed half of that. You froze.
Oh, I said I was watching a Brandon Sanderson podcast, and they were talking about G.I. Joe, which was pretty cool.
I don't know who that is, but you'll have to send me a.
Oh, he's a fantasy author. Really
okay. Does he have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
I'll
send it to me. I'll probably go over there and check it out, and if I like it, I'll subscribe.
Cool.
I've been subscribing to everybody lately. I got all these new subscriptions. I got Rascal and Lucy. I got Spine Ticks. I got. No, when they subscribe to me, I generally subscribe back. It's getting pretty crazy on my subscription list, though. Okay, so I think we're good on rolling for ability scores. Does anybody? I know Mako needs his, but I can help him with them. Later on. Let's see. Spine Ticks live chat will build you up. You have been so far, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But I'm having fun on your show, so it's all good. You got me to now. I'm going on other live streams, and I'm just plugging other people's channels and putting the link to their channel right in the chat. I blame you, Seth Lordley. I do. Okay, so I guess that takes us to filling out the ability scores. Does anybody have a question about that? I mean, Mark, you haven't played any of my games before, so this is like same as old school D&D. Is that familiar to you?
Yeah. I mean, I've played Hyperborea a lot in 5th edition, somewhat. So it's that.
Yeah. So basically, you go to the ability score that you set, and you follow it across, and you just fill it out. It's pretty simple. Power score is what we're going to have to talk about, though, I think. So let me know when everybody is ready for that, and maybe I'll go over here and I'll play with the chat while you guys are doing that. And if you have questions, shoot them out at me, guys. That's what I'm here for. Let's see. Spine6 says, I bought a Joe hat like yours with a red, white, and blue variation. Cool. I need to get about 500 more of these because this one's starting to get a line across the top. I've been wearing that a lot.
I'm supposed to have 6 ability scores.
Yes. Did you not get enough?
What I wrote down, I just looked at it, it's like 14, 16, 11, 14, 18.
So did I miss one for you? I could roll you another one if I can find me a 12 sided again. There we go. That's going to be a 10, so that's 16, sir.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay. Renee says you got to be careful when you get big. I heard you are only allowed to sub to 2K other people. Really? Yeah. I don't think I'm that high yet. No, I'm still under 100 subscribers. I'm barely up to about 75. But I'm having fun, so I don't really. It's cool, but it is what it is. Let's see here. Rascal and Lucy, I definitely prioritize supporting those who watch my live show. That's why I've been hitting your premieres or uploads if I miss. Oh, here. Looks like you fell out of there for a while, Kate.
No, I refreshed it. It just is lagging. I don't know why.
Okay. Looks like Mako sent me a Discord. Sorry, I'm going to take care of this real quick. It's dead air. We have dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air.
Wow.
Oh no! Say it isn't so.
Okay, we do one more session. Let's go. Good. Okay. Yeah, he said his internet crashed.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, that crap happens, man.
Yep.
Let's see.
That's why I have a hot spot.
Renee says I've got a live coming out tomorrow. It's not scheduled because it literally depends on when the delivery truck gets here. I will have to check that out. Tomorrow's my day off. I don't think I have anything scheduled. I'm going to be making maps tomorrow. But I'll be listening in on the Discord, you guys. I can't help myself. Mag's my jam now. Let me see. Tomorrow's the 12th? Nope. 12th and 13th. I am good. I am free and clear. So that's something I'll check out. That way me and everyone else can be surprised at the same time. I like the sound of that. Let me go over to YouTube and make sure I got notifications up for your channel. I know I set my notifications to 11 on Spine6. So many subscriptions. If I can find, it might be faster to actually just search.
Yeah, I have 600 plus subscriptions, so it's like.
Well, I don't have that many yet. There you are. Yep. Okay. Notifications are on. All right. I'm definitely liking what I've seen of your show so far. I'm a cat guy, so you got me. Okay, so
Chris, I'm just going to do.
Everybody, let me know when you get the power score.
I've gone past power score.
Shut up, you.
What?
Quiet, you.
I've already
No,
passed it.
82.
that's fine. But you know what you're doing. We're going to. This is part of session 0, man. This is how it works.
I haven't decided where to put them yet, but I'm not really sure where to put them actually.
What's that?
Oh, my ability scores.
On the box that says ability scores, right under character information.
No. I know where they're at. I'm just not sure.
No, you played in my games before.
Strategically where to place them.
Oh, okay. I get it. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I can't advise you on that because that would be me cheating. You know what's cool? What's cool is if you put all your ability scores, your high one, on. No, just kidding. It's got to be where you want it.
Well, I'm not really sure how the weapons and stuff like that work just yet.
Okay,
so.
most of your weapons are going to be ranged, so you're going to want to have some aiming. There, if you ask me a question, I'll answer.
Yeah.
You're going to want skills in aiming, so that would be your agility. But also, you're as a mechanism, you don't really need vitality that much, but it will give you more hit points. That's where all your hit points are, guys, is in vitality. So for the record, your starting hit points is your vitality plus your what you get from your starting hit points under power score. So
do mechanisms have a base health pool or
nope?
Because I know animals and stuff like that have a base.
Yeah, that's part of rolling your character up.
Yeah.
You're off an assembly line, but somebody modified you to get you to the point where you're at because you have AI. And full disclosure on that, it was Odin.
Is there a way to upgrade the AI and stuff like that?
It's a learning experience for the character through game. Yes, It can happen. Your AI level can increase, but there has to be an in-game reason for it. So it's kind of a role-playing thing on that one. At least that's the way I'm going to run it. I kind of leave that open for the refs to decide what they want to do with it. How we doing there, Mark?
Okay, I guess.
Okay. I like to hear it from all my players every once in a while. So I don't want you to feel left out, my friend. Okay, what we got going on?
So, Chris, the starting hit points is just what it says on the power score chart plus the bonus and vitality, right?
Okay, sorry, I read a private chat. What was that again?
The starting hit points is just what you put in.
It's going to be your vitality plus your starting hit points under your power score.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make
It's pretty simple. Then we'll go over how to do hit degree. And some of you already know how to do that. So hit degree determines a lot of different things in the game. So it kind of determines your adventure status rating, or ASR is what I call it. And that's your that's whether you're basic, intermediate, or advanced. But most mag characters should start out at intermediate because you're supposed to be experienced, trained soldiers. That's what we're simulating in this particular game. That's why you get more hit points to start.
All right. I had a question about
I have an answer about.
So you gave me 5 bonus points.
Yep.
How high or how high? What is the highest I can put a score?
This is why I capped out the ability scores at 25. That's it right there. There's your cap. A regular Lenharo game goes to 30. Mag goes to 25. So, all right. So yes, I need it on power score. So.
Oh, I was just wondering if you had starting limits. That's why. Like,
no, I don't. I mean, your mechanism, you should have something really, really pretty awesome.
yeah, I was thinking just maxing out
Now,
one of them.
when we get to
as much as I
upgrades,
can.
upgrades may add bonuses to this, but it doesn't change your score, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay? That includes you there, Red.
Huh? What?
Upgrades do not add to your base scores. It just gives you bonuses.
Okay.
Hey, those of you in the chat, thanks for being with us. I know this is kind of the boring part, but we're just making characters and enjoying our time. So thanks for viewing. We're just trying to have fun here, and we'll definitely have a lot more fun in session one when I'm throwing aliens and tanks and asteroids and all sorts of neat stuff at my players. I can throw an entire planet at you if I want, but I won't. I'm going to keep you kind of Earth-based, even though there's going to be aliens in the game. My cat Luna wants out. There you are. Yeah, we're still streaming. I'll leave the door open. It's nice and cool in there. It's kind of warm out here. Let me see. Did he give me another message? Oh, that was Kate.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'll definitely have to look at that later. Echo 1-3.
What?
Yeah, I just noticed your message on the Discord. I'll answer it later. Okay.
Well, I mean that was something I posted like an hour ago. Oh, more like 2 hours. Never mind.
No worries. I posted a lot of stuff in there. I don't expect everybody to get back to it right away. Luna's decided to join the stream. Hi. Let's see. Spinetick says I bought some military action figures off Amazon tonight. It may have been influenced by this session. I'll take the responsibility, but not the blame, sir. Ray says nice. Victor says no worries, man. XCOM action, huh? Yes, sir.
So, Chris, we get the action points from our
You get it for your power score, and you add it to whatever bonuses you got, if you got any, from your factions and your MOS.
Okay. Got it.
Oh,
yeah, I don't remember what I had for my MOS in that.
Yes, sir, with aliens. Yeah, definitely. In the Mad game, I'm actually adding the aliens in. I'm calling them deviants. A rep can decide to make them aliens, extraterrestrial beings, or people who live deep inside the earth. They can be whatever the referee really wants them to be. They're just alien to the players. Now, but they can also, if a player wants to play one, then a ref needs to define how they're going to run that. Good evening, Shadow. Nice to see you, sir. So definitely, if you have any questions, chat or anybody else, shoot them out at me. Because this is the slow part for a ref when he's waiting for his players to be done. So let me know when everybody is done, please.
I'm done.
That's one.
I'm gonna do Jay's with him so he can pick where he wants his things, but I know how to do that already. So I've gotten his scores written down.
Okay. Shadow says, congrats on 100 videos. Thank you, sir. Glad you're here. We were now making characters for our military action game. Renee says hi from Rascal Lucy. And when are you guys going to be on my show? When I catch a stream and I'm in the mood and you throw out the link, I will jump on, sir, if you want. I might be on Spine Ticks here in the near future. He's been asking me quite a bit. I don't mind. I'll bring some comics or some D&D books or whatever you want, and we can look at them. Spinetix does comics. Shadow and Sun. Well, Spinetix does just about everything, but Shadow does mostly gaming stuff. So he's got a pretty cool YouTube channel too, guys. So there's another plug for another fellow YouTuber. And Shadow and Sun, of course, says hi back. Shadow, thank you. And Spinetix says hello. Yeah, I watch both of you guys' channel when I get the chance. Saturday nights are actually really good for me. That's why I can actually catch Spinetix. But a lot of times I don't know when Shadow and Sun's coming on, and it's not because anything they're doing. It's because I'm all over the place and doing my own thing. Like this week, I've got a live video schedule for Saturday, and then I've got on live video schedule for Thursday. I'm sorry, not Saturday is my Joe Takes. So yeah, I'm doing Endless Quest and Me this week on Thursday. Endless Quest books. Friday night I will be on Bear the Gen X GM against the Dark Master. I might simulcast that one, and then yeah. Saturday, I'm doing the Tomax and Zavod from the Hildt. Shadow and Sun says hi to Spinetix. I like posting as many of the chats as I can when I get the opportunity, guys. So, Katie, you're done. How you doing, Kate?
I am going through and putting all the ability scores up.
Okay.
Or all the numbers for each of them. Is there anything else I should be doing?
Nope, that's where we're at right now. We're just kind of waiting for everybody to get the power score so we can talk about it.
I did miss the MOS. I wasn't sure. Was that the grenade?
Yeah, that's your grenadier, yes. You are a grenadier. That is your military occupational specialty.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
I think says you're doing great interacting with the live chat is how you keep them involved. Works for me on my show. I noticed you've given me a lot of, without even trying, you've given me a bunch of advice, and I appreciate it, Spinetix. Sorry, Kate.
Oh, no, you're good.
Got to remember to be a host, and yeah, and Red's already said he's done, so when you and Mark are done, I guess we can move on, but...
I'm kind of like confused. Like, am I real at this point? Am I just like assigning the 6 different ability scores to different stats?
Yeah, where you want them, man. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I did that. I'll finish that.
Okay, and then you can just fill them out just like you do for like a D&D game. If you have any questions, I'm right here, bro.
Yeah, trying to fill out the stuff to the right of the actual slots. I have no idea what to look that up.
Well, thank you, and you're welcome at the same time, Spinetix. As far as you're concerned, Mark, let me know what you need help with if you're struggling, and I will explain it as best I can.
I think he just needs to know where to find the charts. They're in the...
they're on page 13 of your character creation booklet. Now, if you've changed it up a little bit, then it might be a little different.
Chart. Section 1.
So, yeah, it's still in section 1. And Victor, the answer to that question is... I definitely have returned to Brookmere, sir. In fact, now I'll save it for Thursday, man. I know you almost got me, Victor. You almost got me. I've been wanting to look at my Endless Quest books for a while. That's why I'm doing a video on them. I'll share it with you guys on Thursday night, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. There, I actually got to plug myself for a change. Okay, so Mark, are you good, or do you need my assistance, sir? I'm just kind of having fun here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with agility. What did you choose, sir?
Mark? I attempted to copy paste something, and it came out as a vertical row of text somehow. And
well, that's cool. What I can do is I've scrolled up to it in the book, and you can fill it out using what's on the screen. And then when you're ready, I'll scroll down. Okay.
Yeah, that's formatted differently than what I'm looking at.
Okay. Well, that's the way I sent it to you, as far as I know.
Well, the person I'm looking at has it squished into like half the side of the page. I'm not sure why.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm going to be putting the book out, and we'll be able to look at it in an easier format.
Yeah, Shadow, it's me.
Yeah. I was leaving it up there until you answered it for him. Yeah, we all run in the same circles half the time, don't we, guys? Let's see if we get in that spine tick circle. That'll be a bigger circle. He says his screen is full, but he'd recognize your voice anywhere, Mar Hawkins.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've talked to him on the Gatekeepers as one of the co-hosts several times, so he would definitely recognize my voice. Okay, so let's see here. 16 on agility. DR adjustment is +2.
Right. You got throwing, aiming, defense, and feet. Every ability score has its feat. That way we can do our checks and feats. Your minor and your major difficulties.
2 +1 +1 and 55.
And that's the same for all the ability scores. You just kind of fill it out and then use that to fill out stuff later when you get skills and specialties and whatnot. I am definitely appreciating the chat tonight. Thank you, guys. It's been nice. It's been a little distracting from the game a little bit, but it's actually been fun too. It helped. So we definitely appreciate it. Thank you here from the Hildt. Okay, Victor, just for you. You talked me into it with just looking at it on the screen. There you go. I'll put it up on the big screen here real quick. Ta-da! I actually have 2 copies, but we'll get into that on Thursday.
Oh, that sucks.
Two 0 2 3.
Thank you, Shadow and Sun. He says, "Don't worry about us. We are here to help celebrate your success." I want to just call you Shadow, but I keep reading, keep reading this stuff. There you go, sir. Yep, that is one of my favorites too. I actually created for the medallion that's in that intelligent magical device. I created a series of those for my game. I have 6 special devices like that. The amulets of intel.
85, 18.
I love Pym. I remember right, that was his name. It's been a long time since I read those books. You don't have that one. Yeah, there's quite a few I'm missing, but I do have a lot of them. So I'm gonna go over them on Thursday. And the only one I have a PDF of is the first one. So I would love to share them with everybody, but I don't have them. So that's one of the things I don't have PDFs for. Those were hard to find. I don't know if they have, and if they on any of the websites out there, if anybody does, if somebody is actually selling them or giving them away as PDFs, I would love to have the Endless Quest books out there so I can have them.
Okay, I'm done with the intellect.
I can send them to people. What was that, Mark?
I finished the intellect section.
Okay, I will scroll down then, sir. Is that cool right there?
Yeah, looks good.
And I won't have to move it when we start talking about power score. Shadow says he's awesome. Try to be there Thursday. What time? 6 p.m. Sir, Mountain Time. So I don't know what that is for you. Generally, if you put your notifications on, it'll tell you. It does for me. So Victor says those books still influence my games to this day. You and me both, sir. I even like the ones that weren't D&D necessarily, because I'm pretty sure there was a couple of Star Frontiers, and I know that there was a Top Secret one. I remember reading that one. I've read all of them. It's just been a long time, but some of them I've only read once. And listen, that should be a fun live stream. And I'm going to let the group on that one pick out at the end of the night. We'll read one together. And if everybody likes it and it does really well, I might just make that a regular series and just read it in this quest book once a month or something.
All right, I'm done with the vitality section.
Okay. What's that, Kate?
Oh, I was saying, how do we determine our hit points again?
Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Let me see here. For the chat, chime in here. Victor Gibson, $33.99 off the Hasbro Pulse site. I recommend it. Kate could use some upgrading, but dope figure. Yeah, he was talking about that figure earlier. Top Secret was one of your favorite games, Shadow. I made a character for it, never got to play it. And Victor says, thanks, Spine Ticks. Okay. Kate, we're going to do power score, and then the very next step is hit dice and hit points. So
okay.
Fire on Quest Mountain is another one of my favorites, too. Like I said, I've got a bunch of them. We'll look at them on Thursday. Okay, power score. Okay, who does not have a power score between 85 and 100?
Me and Jay.
Okay,
I don't. Mine's lower.
Mine's 82.
Yes, mine's 82 as well.
Okay.
Mine's 83 and Jay's is 79. I added it twice.
Yes, I'll take the responsibility, but not the blame, Spine Ticks. Okay, so it works just like your ability scores, guys. Starting hit points is your starting hit points. Whether you have whatever your power score is, it works that way. Generally, I figured with this game, power scores would be a little lower, so we'll start with Echo 1-1. Last one, what is your power score?
Power score for Echo 1-1, 82.
82. Okay. Does anybody else have that in the same category, 70 to 84?
Yeah.
Okay. So for starting hit points, it's 7, and you add your vitality score to that. And that would be where you put on your dossier.
Bonus hit points?
No, not bonus hit points. That would be your hit point total. Bonus hit points is something you can get as an upgrade in game. I replaced magic in this game with technology because there's no magic in a G.I. Joe game. I mean, there possibly could be, but it would be way different. Okay, so what was your total there, Kate?
You said 7 plus my vitality?
Your vitality score, yes. Not your bonus, your score.
Oh. Okay, so I guess 22.
Okay, now, the way hit degree works, guys, it says divisible by 8. 1 to 8 is one hit degree. 9 to 16 is 2. I mean, yeah, and we should be somewhere in there, probably between 2 and 4, maybe even 5 with this game. We'll see.
So, Chris, we're not using the bonus hit point under vitality?
Nope, not to start. No. You just get your vitality score plus your starting hit points to start to simulate being a skilled soldier. Okay. And Victor says nice. Okay. Sorry, Chad. Okay. Let's see here. I can't ignore my players anymore here. Okay, so nobody else had 70 to 84? Okay, now
that category. I have 82.
82? So it's the same. 7 plus your vitality.
I don't have it.
What?
My vitality is bonus hit points is 0.
No. Your vitality.
No, your vitality.
Score, right, Kate.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What is your vitality score?
11.
So it's 11 plus 7. That's 18 hit points.
Okay.
It's really. I'm trying to keep it simple. Okay. Your hit point advancement. You don't have to write that down. That goes on the box in there. I'm sorry, you do have to write that down. Right above where you put the hit point total. If that's your hit points per HP per increase. So when you get an advancement, that line, I'm going to change it on mine. That should say per advancement.
Instead of increase?
Yes, it's the same thing. We call it advancement in a bad game, increase in Linharo. It amounts to the same thing.
Oh, it doesn't fit in the box.
Yeah, I think you just leave it increasing. We know what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sending you guys an updated character sheet once we go through this. Because the best way to make the character sheet work is to make characters. And you know where everything goes. Okay. Healing rate, that's you put that under your power score. Same with the base AR. If you had any bonus action points, you add them to the total here under your power score. And the same with your weapon qualifications or WQ. The cost is if you want to spend SP to buy another weapon qualification. Anybody have any questions about that?
Did we go over the hit degrees?
We're going to go over that in a minute. But
okay. I thought we were just going down through the hit HP stuff.
We've touched base on it, but we're going to go into it in really good detail. Okay. So we took care of Echo 1-1 and Echo 1-5. So Echo 1-2, we'll do Echo 1-2 and 4 at the same time. That'd be you, Katie.
Yeah, I already did it.
You did it? So you did?
Yeah. I got to wait for Jay's hit points depending on where they put their vitality, but I got a note in there.
But you get how it's done, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Mark.
Yeah.
What was your power score, sir?
89.
89. You got a good one. So your starting hit points is 8 plus your vitality.
Which is 22.
So you have 30. So it looks like you got what?
No,
what's that?
Well,
4
my vitality is 14 plus 8 is 22.
22. There you go.
I was going to say, how did he already get vitality?
This is my second live stream tonight, guys. You catch me on my math, please. or you can go, that's what you said. You guys know how to math, even if I don't tonight. Okay, Mark, I'm sorry. Okay, then you just follow it across like your ability scores, and you get your hit points per increase, is what it says on the sheet. But I've been changing that to advancement in the book. I hadn't got a chance to do it in the record sheet yet. And then your healing rate, and we'll talk about that here in a bit as soon as you're done filling everything out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got your base AR and your AP, your action points is what you add to whatever bonuses you have. Yay or nay. Same with your weapon qualifications.
Where do I put those in?
Okay, for weapon qualifications, you can just put a number in the box for weapon qualifications. And your weapon qualifications are in the middle under combat information where it says weapon type. That's where you put your weapon qualifications. Qualifications, weapon type. So you have a 5 in there. That means you have 5 slots to spend. That includes vehicles too. So if you want to know how to drive a vehicle, that's where you're going to be picking those. And they cost more than 1, and all the weapons just cost 1. Okay.
All right. So the cost thing that says cost 300.
Right. That means if you want to purchase another one with your SP points, your specialty point pool, then that's where that's how much that would cost to buy another slot.
Okay, but I don't need to put that on my sheet.
Nope. Nope, it's just for reference when you need to buy one. So did you get everything on there?
I think so.
Okay. Any questions?
I don't think so.
Okay. Now we can move on to the next step, which is factor your starting hit degree and hit points. I think we've all pretty much done this already. Does anybody have questions on how to get your hit degree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to get the hit degree.
Okay, it's divisible by 8. 1 to 8 is 1 hit degree. 9 to 16 is 2. So how many hit points do you have?
22.
22. So that would put you in the next bracket. 17 to, again, not mathing, 20, 25, 24. So that would put you into the 3 hit degree category.
What would be
I didn't
My
see
brain
the
is slowing
section on
down.
it.
We're heading into our third hour here.
So 3 hit degree.
Yep.
Okay.
So what did you get, Mark?
Well, my hit point total is 22, and that's higher than 8 or 16. So I guess that would be 3.
That is correct, sir. Red?
My hit point total is 18.
Okay.
No, my hit degree would be
3.
That'd be 3. You all should be about the same. So, Katie, I know you don't have day, but did you get yours?
Yep.
Okay. So we're good on that then, yes?
Yep.
Any questions about hit degree and hit points? Okay. Step 7, generate your resistance rolls. This is where I come in, guys. I get out a 4-sided, and I roll 1 and add 1 to it. But in this game, you take them as they land. So for your resistance rolls, I'm going to be looking at the dossier for reference. So we'll start. Who wants to go first? Let's just do it that way.
me.
Okay, Red?
Yeah.
All right, for physical, I'm going to re-roll 1s, but not 2s, because it's only a D4. And I keep rolling 1s. This dice is fired. One more time. You're fired.
Where you're not playing a mage right now.
No, you're not. No 1 hit point mages. We don't like that. All right, this other die rolled a 1 too. It's just me. It's me. Okay, there's a 4. So for physical, you're going to want to put your score right now as 5, and then you can adjust that with your ability scores when you get after we're done rolling them, recording them from the rolls. Okay.
Okay.
Does that work?
What?
Okay. Then I got a 3, so that's 4 for mental. Now, resistance rolls, for those who aren't familiar, are the same as saving throws. Okay, this just versus this. For tech, I got another 3. That's a 4, sir. And then for spiritual, you got 3. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, who's next?
I'll go. Wait. So, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so for physical, now, yes, you can adjust them based on your ability scores, because 4 of your ability scores can adjust these resistance rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Are we clear on that?
Yes.
Okay, so physical 4, Kate. 4 for the next one, mental, and then 4 for tech. You get the baseline here, 4 all the way down. I rolled y'all 3s. Okay, who's next?
You can do me and Jay.
Okay. 3. You're rolling that 1, 4, 3, and 5.
All right.
Now for the next one.
Hang on, let me get there.
Come on, you gotta be faster than that, Kelly.
Okay.
I'm just teasing. Are you ready? 4, 5. Re-rolling the 1, 5. This is for you, isn't it? Because I just rolled another 5.
Yes, I did Jay's first, but that's
you get all the lucky die rolls, you.
That
Okay,
was
Mark.
the character sheet I was on at the time.
I know. Are you ready, Mark?
Sure.
Okay. So re-rolling a 1. 5. 5. 3. And 3. So 5, 5, and 3, 3. Good?
And remember, use your ability scores to adjust them.
Yes. If we have any questions on that, let me know. Now, making a resistance roll. The game is the ref. If I attack you with something, I may, out of the blue, say, give me a physical resistance roll versus, a resistance roll versus physical. You roll a 20-sided, you roll that number or less, and you succeed. It's really hard, but it's supposed to be. Because what it will do is, in certain instances, you will take no damage. In other instances, you'll take half. Any questions? Cool. It's pretty straightforward, I thought. I like to keep it simple, like I said. So that will take us to your factions also give you bonuses. Now, did you guys already mark these down, or do you want to use this chart here? Because you get them from your resistance, from your ability scores, and from your faction score.
So our forces, I get 3 physical, +1 tech, and +1 spiritual.
Yep, you add them right to it, sir. Plus whatever ability score bonuses you may or may not have.
Okay, so as a mechanism, I get a plus physical.
Right.
That gives me a 10 physical.
Well, you should resist physical damage pretty well. You are a machine.
Yes.
Does anybody have an issue with these numbers? Because right now we're still subject to change, but I think I did pretty good.
I think I'm good.
So, any questions? Okay. Well, then we'll start at the top. Katie, what are your resistance roll score totals?
Me?
Yep.
Hang on.
Okay.
I haven't done yet.
If you're not ready, I'll go to somebody else.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, well, Kate shouted out first, so go ahead.
Okay, physical resistance roll is 10.
Okay.
Mental is 4. Tech is 10. Spiritual is 4.
Now that really makes sense for your character.
Yeah.
So I think I did good on the mechanism. Okay. Red, go ahead.
Physical 6, mental 10, tech 6, spiritual 3.
Wow, it seems like your tech should be higher, shouldn't it?
It should, but I don't think I have any more increases for that thing.
Okay. But you are just a normal human, so you get what you get. Okay. Do we want to do you, Katie, or are we going to go with Mark?
I can give me 2 seconds and I'll have mine.
1.
Okay.
2.
I got 8, 8, 5, 6, 6.
Okay.
And then
that's Day. That's for Day, or that was you?
That's for me.
Okay.
And then days are gonna change based upon their ability scores, but right now I have 6, 4, 4, 6.
Okay. Sounds
That's
about right.
Faction.
And then it's gonna be adjusted. That's with the faction adjustments?
That's with the faction adjustment, so I just need to.
But Jay still needs to do their ability scores. Got it. Okay, Mark, what you got?
Let's see. 9, 7, 5, 4.
Sounds about right. Okay. Any questions on resistance rolls? Okay, that takes us to our specialty point pool, guys. On the dossier, I keep wanting to call it a record sheet because that's what it is in Lilaro. At the top, it says power score times 5, just like the chart here in the book. But it is under combat information. Does everybody see that on their sheets? Starting SPs.
Yep, I already did that one.
That bad boy should have a darker line under it. Yeah, well, you know what you're doing. It's really, a matter of just clarifying. So how are you doing on that, Mark? Are you understanding how this works?
Okay, so 89 times 5. Wait, what? BFP and DMP? I don't even know what those numbers are.
Okay, yeah, we'll get into that. They're right down there below. So let me scroll down just a little bit more. See, yeah, on your sheet is that same chart there for the SP when you add everything up.
Okay, so BFP bonus faction points. If you're armed forces, you get 75.
Correct, sir. And the MOS, same deal.
Military intelligence, you can get 80.
Yep.
So that's 155 total.
Plus your power score times 5. And that is your starting specialty point pool, your SPs. Does anybody have any questions about that?
I'm still going to call them CGIPs.
You can call them what you like.
I'm going to forget.
They are. That's what they are. They're CGPs, yes. But in this game, they're specialty point pools. Now, there is a special rule in here, and it's right. It's right there. It's the second paragraph of the description. If you want to increase your attack rating, you won't be able to do it now. But during game, if you want to lower your attack rating, not lower it. You want to raise your attack rating. You spend 1,000 SP, and you can raise your attack rating by 1 point. Okay, we're clear on that. Any questions on starting specialty point pool? Okay. And we get into purchasing your secondary specialties. Like I said, everybody gets a guaranteed primary military specialty. Does everybody have theirs chosen?
What are those?
Okay, we can get into that. I want to go over the differences between the primary and secondary, okay? Your primary gives you bonuses, okay? And so does your major specialty, your secondary. But your primary, you get +5 for checks and +25 for feats. And if you want to change your primary in game, it costs 500 SP. But if you want to make a secondary specialty into a primary, that would lower your first primary down to a secondary again, but it would remain a major secondary, and it would cost you 250 SP. Any questions on how that kind of works? Okay. Secondary military specialties or specs. Your specs, you have major and minor. With a minor specialty, you don't get any bonuses. If you make one of those your major, and it's possible to have up to 3 major specialties, unless like your faction or your MOS gives you more, then with those major specialties, you get +3 for checks and +15 for feats. Questions on that? Okay. Then you're just looking at the charts and picking out. Now, some of your MOS requires certain, like for Day as a driver, he has to go over to the qualification for driver down here under transportation. He should pick Jeep driver, and he doesn't have to pay for that. And I know right now he's not going to be using heavy equipment operator, that's for sure. This is like driving around the gantry for the Space Shuttle Defiant.
So he gets Jeep driver and he doesn't have to pay for it?
That's his primary, right, if that's what he wants to choose. But if he wants to choose tank jockey, he can do that and then buy Jeep driver. But he's going to have Jeep driver to drive the Mako. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay.
So what? My question.
Does everybody have the ability to look at these charts or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question then is, all of the medical stuff is under the qualifications. So what would I
Okay.
don't
I'm pretty sure that's under your. Like I said, it's a work in progress, guys. So let me look here. I know I did that one.
Yeah, they're under the qualifications
That's
chart.
training qualifications, right? And for medical, let me see if I can rescue. Oh, that goes under rescue, which is under on the left column.
Right, I see it under the qualifications.
Right.
I don't.
One of those would be your primary, probably medical doctor.
Okay, so the training qualifications is also specialties.
Right.
Okay.
Everything is a specialty except for weapon qualifications.
Okay. Gotcha. That's where I was confused.
Okay. The weapon qualifications and vehicle qualifications are in the same pool that you get for your power score and from your MOS and some of your factions. Are we cool on that? Do you guys want me to leave it on?
So as a commando, I get 1 major and 2 minors, so I would be able to choose 3 of those with
You're a commando medic? How stalker of you. That's the character in G.I. Joe, Stalker. Most people forget that he's even a medic.
I don't know G.I. Joe.
I'm going to throw it at you anyway because that's the game you chose to play.
So I would get, so I could be like, choose like the fireman, medical doctor, and hazmat. Is that?
You can choose any of those. You got to choose one as your primary. Now,
Right.
you may get a secondary as a major or even a minor from your factions or your MOS. We should have got. That's why we went through those earlier.
Okay, so
some of those you get to pick based on those. You get slots for those, and then the rest you have to buy. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so and I don't have to use. So I can pick medical doctor right now.
You sure could.
Okay. Gotcha.
So does anybody want me to scroll to one of these charts to look at, or are you good?
I'm not even sure where they go. New to me.
Okay. So the primary military specialty goes. That's the only one that's different, other than the weapon qualifications, which go above it. Under your combat information, and there's a box for primary military specialty, right in the middle under weapon types and vehicle types. Right next to combo attacks, and DR is on the left of it, defensive rating. Now, as far as the rest of those, they're on the second sheet under your secondary military specialties. Any questions?
Okay, so what do I put into the box for primary military specialty?
Yes.
The one you choose. That's your primary.
Which I guess is intelligence. Whatever.
Okay, for you, you go to the intelligence list and pick the one out that works for you. Because you have to take an intelligence as your primary, if I remember correctly. You forgot the X there, Victor. I'm just teasing.
so okay.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm military intelligence, that means go to the intelligence specialties list.
Yeah, well, that's where you pick your primary.
Okay.
And your major, I'm pretty sure, your secondary major.
And this is the list where things go from either 1500 to 25.
Right. But being as your primary military specialty, you don't cost when you're creating the character to start.
So something like anti-terror specialist, you're basically only going to have as your primary, because accruing enough cost to get it as a secondary would be insane.
Yeah, it really would, but that's the point. But an anti-terror specialist, we'll go look at the descriptions for those. You actually, there are requirements for it. That's why it has an asterisk. But if you wanted to take it as your primary, we would just make sure that you have all of these secondaries. Do you get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Okay, well, but we'll get into that. All the ones with an asterisk, you might want to mark it so that we can look at it down below in the descriptions for all the specialties. I don't really have any written descriptions, but I have the info for them and what their requirements and stuff are.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, it's still a work in progress.
So
I was going to be doing this a month from now, but we all got excited, so here we are. And the one that was the most excited ended up having his computer crash. That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yes.
So
Mako, do. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Katie.
So Dave's primary specialty has to be in transportation.
Yep.
And then I pick my primary specialty as medical doctor, and then I get to pick 3 secondary specialties, 1 major, 2 minor.
That's correct.
Okay.
That was what you got from your MOS, correct?
Okay, and those don't cost any SPs.
No, your SP that's when you're purchasing. You're using your SP is what you've done after you pick the slots that you got from your MOS and your factions.
Okay, got it.
Anybody have any questions about how that works?
Sorry. On J, it says primary specialty in transportation, then 1 secondary specialty that can be in any specialty.
If it doesn't specify on that, yeah, it can be.
Okay, and is that major or minor? It doesn't say.
That's a major because it's something you get from your MOS. Okay. And you can only have a maximum of 3 unless your MOS gives you more.
Okay, and then and it says 1 level in hand-to-hand classification. So would that be novice or?
That'd be the first level. Novice is below that.
Okay, so novice is just like.
Right, and I have stuff for that. So when we get down below into the descriptions, I have what damage that does and what the attack rating is. Now, the good news is when you do hand-to-hand, you get +10 to your attack rating because you're not employing a weapon. It's different. Okay. If you have the hand-to-hand combat specialties, it gives you a +10 bonus to your AR.
Got it.
While you're employing hand-to-hand weapons or melee weapons or your fist or your foot or any kind of physical attack. I think Mark had a question next. Sorry. Go ahead.
The hand-to-hand combat thing, it goes from 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 5. There is no 4.
You are right, sir. That actually should be 4. That's a typo. And I actually kind of base that off real military stuff because they have the 3 levels. I added ninja training, so yes, go ahead and switch that to a 4 on yours if you guys can, or just it's a 4. Typo. Sorry, guys.
Well, I mean, this is something where, it's like doing it early helps because you find problems to fix.
Which is what we're doing. We're play testing the system so we can actually put the book out next year and share with everybody.
Where do we put the secondary specialties?
You click them on the back under secondary.
Oh, okay.
And if it's a major, you just put an M by it or whatever, an asterisk or whatever you feel comfortable with.
Okay, and the hand-to-hand combat, is that a major too on the driver?
That's the one you chose for your from your MOS. Yes.
No, it says I get level 1 in.
That's just extra. No, that's a secondary. It's just a basic minor secondary specialty.
So just put an X thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Red, did you have a question?
Yeah. I was looking at some of the defensive and offensive stuff. What does it mean when it says air for defensive?
Okay, yeah, AR and DR. that what you're talking about?
Qualifications or offensive qualifications in air. What does it mean for like offense or something?
Okay, it's going to give you a bonus to your AR. That's what that is.
Okay, so like when it's talking about air, it means like flight, right?
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. You're talking about something. I'm talking about something different. Okay, where are you at? What chart? Tell me what chart. We'll go for
offensive and defensive qualifications.
Okay, so that is your training qualification chart, right?
I believe, yeah, training qualification chart.
Yeah, it's down at the bottom.
In terms
That's
of
versus air, yes.
That means flight, right? Like you can fly.
No. What that means is
AR bonus and AR is action rating, isn't it?
AR is attack rating and DR is defensive rating.
Okay.
Now, what the defensive qualifications are is if you spend 100 points, that gives you +1 to defend and to your DR versus anybody attacking you from the air.
Okay.
Okay, or armor, or artillery, or whatever you choose. You can get that up to a +5 maximum by spending 100 SPs.
Okay, but when it's offensive, air would mean you can fly, right?
No, it means you have attack bonuses while attacking in the air.
Yeah.
That's it. When you're attacking from the air,
I just wanted to make sure.
That's your offense. And when you're defending, that's your defense. One goes to DR, one goes to AR. I probably should just put AR and DR right on the chart in parentheses. Was that confusing to you?
It was confusing what it meant by air or like because
Okay,
if you're defending in the air or are you like attacking?
Or you're defending from an air attack.
Yeah, that's what was confusing.
Right. And each of those you can purchase up to 5 times, giving you a bonus versus those attacks with defense, or a bonus to your AR when attacking from that position.
Okay.
Or whatever the qualification is. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are we clear on that, everybody else?
Okay, so it has air, ground, sea, space, and urban as possibilities for this one.
Yep.
Okay, then.
Well, a space attack would be like a satellite shooting at you, or a spaceship, or something that's coming from space, or when you're in outer space. This probably is going to come up a lot in my game. I'm putting it in the game for referees that want to use, like, say, the Defiant, or they want to go into outer space and have space battles. It's going to be in the game. Like I said, my campaign, I'm not really going to use outer space stuff. I mean, I'm using deviants, but
I could totally see a G.I. Joe campaign doing something where Cobra is doing the Moonraker thing.
Yes, exactly. Now, like Mako said, Cobra right now has been shut down. Cobra Commander is in prison. Destro is still at large, but he's hiding. And basically, most of the rest of Cobra that hasn't been arrested are out there just willy-nilly doing whatever they normally do. Major Blood's a mercenary. He even hires out with the U.S. government sometimes. The Dreadnoks, they're just the Dreadnoks. I mean, they just went back to doing what they were doing before, like he said. So that's kind of just to give you a heads up of what's going on in the campaign. This basically, what I'm going to be running is you guys kind of getting the ball rolling again against this new threat. And yeah, Cobra will come back into it. So that's where I'm at.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the hand-to-hand under offensive qualifications and the hand-to-hand under the...
Okay, the training qualification cost for HHC basics, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to purchase that in order to even start getting the other. So for you, and you've taken it as your primary, just click HHC in the training qualifications.
Well, Day gets that as his...
That makes you a novice, straight up.
Okay.
That's why the cost is 0 on novice. But the reason why novice is listed there is so you understand that that's where that comes from. Does that make sense?
Okay, so Day gets that just automatically.
Right. He gets the HHC basics, and then he gets his level 1.
Okay.
Well, a lot of soldiers would get that. You get your basic hand-to-hand combat training. That's a basic training qualification. Okay, Kate, haven't heard from you for a while. How you doing?
Like everything you guys have been talking about.
Okay, so what are your questions?
Well over my head.
I'm right here, so that's why I'm here tonight. And then, I'm at that stage where I'm doing this now. All right, it's time. All right.
Yeah, I'm starting to go.
So yeah, we're gonna have to probably finish this up in the next session, but or in between. We can do stuff in between, guys, because I'd really like to start session 1 with you guys just getting your briefing and heading on your mission. So we can do stuff in between. You can give me private messages or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
well, we certainly made a good start at this, even if
we're not
ready to finished.
For sure.
Okay, but and from here, you guys can actually go down and look at your specialties and what the prime requisites are. So are we kind of good for wrapping it tonight?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions, please send me a direct message, either from the regular direct messages or even on the channel in your channel as whatever your ACO number is. You get what I'm saying? I will respond to either. So.
Okie dokie.
All right. So I guess we're good then tonight, guys. Almost. We've been at it about 3 hours, so I think we're good.
I'm about to fall asleep. It's midnight here.
Spinetick says, "Cool session. Thank you, sir." It's almost 10. Well, we had our little celebration, and then we made some characters. I thought it was kind of fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, I agree. Yay.
I've got to listen to what Jay needs.
Any last minute questions from any of you? All right. So then I'll take us out. So you guys we can keep talking afterwards a little bit, but I'm going to end the stream here in a bit. I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody, and but if you guys bop out, I won't be offended. So let me switch over to this. All right. Since I'm switching back to this. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed our 100th video celebration and our bag session 0 technically. And thank you for participating in the chat, and thanks to my players and from the Hildt players who were here earlier. I appreciate you all being here, and thank you too, Victor. We appreciate you being here. You guys have a good night. Logan out. Okay, I'll come back to everybody, and we can strike a pose if we're in time.